Greetings, everyone, and welcome. Hello, hello. Who's here? Right, meow. Greetings. Hello, everybody. Hello. How's everybody doing? I just got a follow. How come the alert didn't pop up? That's strange. The alert box should have popped up with the follow. Interesting. I don't know why that didn't happen, but thank you for the follow. Matthew J. That's weird. I don't know why that didn't happen. Anyways, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Greetings. Did you log into OBS? Let me see if I can type. I mean, I should. Yeah, I'm in OBS. That's not the issue. Sweeties, I don't know what the issue is. Suraj, greetings and welcome. Meow there, Gundam. Meow, greetings and welcome, everybody. I'm a villain. I'm a villain at heart, sweeties, in case you didn't know. In case there was any discrepancies. I'm a villain at heart, sweeties. I'm a villain. Anyways, deep down I am. But anyway, okay, who's here? Lincoln is here. Will is here. Greetings and welcome, guys. Gamebreaker's daughter. Greetings and welcome. Gamebreaker's daughter. Welcome in, girl. Welcome back. How are you, Sith? Hello, Sith. Greetings and welcome. And Safi. Hello, Safi. Greetings and welcome, Safi. Who else is here? We got Saturn. Howdy, partner. Hello, Saturn. Greetings. And what do you think, guys, of the makeup? Is it very Catwoman? Catwoman-esque? What do you think, sweeties? Swede! Greetings and welcome, Swede! What side is everyone on? We shall see a little bit later. I feel like DC is a little bit more grungy, a little more villainous, a little more... I feel like Marvel's very cartoony in a way. But that's my take on it. We shall elaborate a little bit more, Swede. I'd like to say DC Comics better. Oh, Lincoln, that's kind of what I'm saying. Hello, Miss Viva. Hi, Miss Sweetie. How are you, Miss Sweetie? Oh, Gundam is here. How are you doing? Pooya! Hello, Pooya! Greetings and welcome. Hello, Pooya! I wish I could, like, whip, but this whip is... I think this whip is, like, 6 feet long. It's a big whipper-snapper. Schweeties. It even has a little tail. It has a little tail. But, anyway... It's too long to actually use in this room, sadly. That's facts. Way too long to use in this room. Gertie Girly, greetings and welcome, girl. Welcome in, Gertie Girly. How are you? And Brandon is here. Welcome in, Brandon. And that's okay. I'm always fashionably late, Brandon. Okay? So don't you worry. You take as much time as you need. I still have to eat the sauerkraut. Some beans. I made some beans a couple days ago. So I have some beans, and I'm a dirty girl today, people. I'm a very dirty gal. I'm a dirty cat. You guys like the starting soon screen? Special shout out to Lincoln Lee for that starting soon screen. He whipped that up in no time at all. The AOK, greetings and welcome to AOK. Hello, AOK. Is anyone dressing up today, or am I the only one? Please, don't let this girl be the only one, okay? Don't let this girl be the only one dressing up. I'm wearing heels today, guys. You'll never see this on stream, ever. I don't wear footwear in my house. But there is a reason behind it, sweetie. And the reasoning is these are brand new shoes. I've never worn these shoes. They're clean. I think it's disgusting to wear outdoor footwear in your house, right? I don't know about you guys, but I have a rule: when you come in my home, you take your shoes off at the door. I don't know about you guys, but, you know, take your shoes off in the door, and you don't wear outdoor shoes inside the house. But this is one of a very extenuating circumstance, whatever. Extenuating circumstance where these shoes are new. They're clean. They have not been worn. Gertie Girly, hello Gertie Girly, and Matthew J, hello Matthew J. Now I'm really wondering, why I'm not getting any follows, why they're not popping up. That's interesting. I wonder why. Suraj, greetings and welcome. Liking that makeup? Thank you, Suraj. Did I say Suraj? I meant Ash Ketchum, I apologize. Ash, Mr. International Man of Mystery. I hope you're well, Ash, wherever you may be, okay? I hope you're well, Ash, and thank you for complimenting. Don't hurt the doggos, Queen. Whip 'em, snapping. Just great. You weren't kidding about dressing up. I really wasn't. Listen, I'm an all or nothing type of gal. Okay? I'm an all or nothing type of gal, and I definitely did dress up. I had this sitting around, you know. I just had this there. Nice outfit. The whip looks like a real thing. Are we seeing another side of you? Hoo-hoo-hoo! Actually, I bought this whip at Party City. I'm not gonna lie. It was $10. It was on sale. I had to buy it. Okay? It was calling my name. It was screaming my name. It was $10. It's brand new. It's kind of wonky. You still have to work it in a little bit. Still have to work the whip in a bit. But, the subs work! Oh, Lincoln!
This isn't what it looks like.
Ripper's daughter!
We're just,
Hey, so these
having
alerts
a
are
little
working, but the follow
party.
didn't work, which is interesting. Oh, did you hear anything? Maybe my headphones are off. No, they were on. Did you hear the sound notifications, chat? By the way, let me just scroll down. I said hello to everybody. Suraj, hello Suraj. Becca! Hello Becca. Greetings and welcome, girl. Welcome in, welcome in. Meow. Best Catwoman ever. Thank you, Swede. We heard it. Yep, that came in. Oh, you did? Okay, let me play some music. And I didn't see the follow, though. It's a meowty party in here. It is. Let's try and play a little music and see what we got going on here. I need DMCA free. Let's just play this and see. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to close Discord for now because it seems like there's messages popping up and I can't be having a bunch of messages pop up in Discord right now because everyone can hear it. So please, no messages on Discord right now. Otherwise, I have to close Discord. Okay. Okay, this music is way too lo-fi for what I need, people. For what I'm wanting. This music is way too lo-fi. We need... Give me something good. I don't know if this is going to be any good. We'll see. Kazuki! Thank you for the bits, Kazuki! Booyah! Skiz! You can put your Discord into D&D so they don't pop. Do not disturb. Oh, if I do that, it doesn't pop? Perfect. Thank you so much, Skiz. Aww, with the little tidbits of information, Skiz, I shall do that. I always wondered what that meant. Okay, so I just put it in D&D. Kazuki! Can you say... Can I say... Meow? Meow. Meow. Can I say cur? What's cur? Major Jerkface, greetings and welcome, Major. Welcome in, welcome in. So maybe now that I'm in Do Not Disturb mode, it won't pop. Thank you so much, Skiz. Welcome in right meow. Welcome in right now. Right meow, Skiz. What did Major Jerkface say? Let me scroll up. Yeah, okay, yeah, they came in. Cool, cool. Take the whip with you to the con in case, eh? You're funny, Suraj. Just in case I've got to, ward off anything. Goodbye! Wrong fairy tale! We're talking superheroes today. Thank you for the raid, Brumal! Welcome in, Raiders! Brumal, party of 4? No way! Brumal, thank you so much for the raid! Woohoo! He's making it rain, Kazuki. Thank you so much, Kazuki. What the hell did Major Jerkface say? Did I miss it? My Thai guy. Catwoman, is that you? It is her, right, meow? Right, meow it is. Anyways, welcome in, Raiders. Let me jump around a little bit. Brumal, how was your league game? Did you kick some ass today, Brumal? I hope you did. I hope you did. Let me know how to go today, Brumal. That's a suit, huh? It's a one piece. It's a onesie. Schwedish, it's a onesie. And it's working magic. It's a one-piece onesie. Wow, why is that alert popping up like that? It shouldn't work. But anyways, wow, my Thai guy. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna do this right now. Sound alerts. I still don't know if my follows are popping up, which is weird because I didn't touch those. Ken Wings. Let me guess. Correct. You guessed correct. Ding ding. Woo! Skiz! Skiz, you lovely human being, you citizen of the world. Skiz. Thank you for the bits. Skiz! Woo! There we go. Skiz, thank you so much for the bits, Skiz. Woohoo! You have a great body. Thank you, Korean! Great girl!
Hype train started.
Great! Girl!
Hype train started.
Gertie! Girly! Haven't heard this one before, girl! We gotta debut! Woo! Oh shit! Gertie Girly! we gotta debut! Megan's gotta debut! We got a little, he's dancing too! Shit's on level 9! Gee willikers! Gertie Girly! This girl's creating history here in Hot and Streamy's channel. This girl's putting on quite the show for you. She is getting the show poppin'. Gertie Girly with the 50! The 50 Gertie Girly! Shit, son! Mr. Vegas! Oh my god. Crack that whip, girl. First time chatter. Metal Mark. That one's for you. You like that? You like that? Down boy. Ow, I just whipped myself. I just whipped myself in the face. Hold on a second. Guys, let me just... Here, Vegas, go. Gertie Girly. Holy shit, oh Roonies. Gertie Girly. Thank you so much, girl. For the 50. Oh, gee freaking willikers. We just had a little danceroo there. We have a little danceroo. Kazuki. Can I ask something or get me something? Ask away, Kazuki. Ask away. What's up, Kazuki? Whew. Need to cool down after that. I posted something in my Discord chat yesterday about after I've been drinking, I need a drink.
Is only one of the many illustrious guests who will be attending my tea party. I have also invited Princess Fluffy Butt, who has gazongas like you would not believe.
Kazuki, what are you asking? Can you get me a girlfriend like you, Kazuki? I mean, there's one in a million here. And Streamy, we're talking one in a million. We're talking one in a million. But Kazuki, I'm sure, I guarantee that there is somebody out there for you, Kazuki, that is going to be perfect for you. I guarantee that. Guys, I need a drink after that. I don't know about you. Now we know how Cate Blanchett would have looked as Catwoman. What about Michelle Pfeiffer? There's only one. That's it, Kazuki. Got chat. Cheers. You guys are wonderful. This is a Belgian sour. This is my favorite beer in the whole wide world. Thank you so much for joining me. Gertie Girlies playing music here on the Twitch debut. She was the first to hit, with the new music that I have, with the new alerts, the new sound alerts, to hit 10. Then she hit 20, this girl. Now this girl is going into the abyss of outer space and just hit 50. So it's pretty epic, I gotta say. I have to say, man, this is crazy. Gertie Girly, you blowing me away here. So thank you so much. Metal Mark, is it rubber latex or leather outfit, girl? No, Metal Mark. This one is like spandex. This is like a shiny type of spandex suit. It's a one-piece suit. And it is like a...
This is amazing!
Lincoln! Thank you so much, Lincoln, for the 5. Keeping this hype train alive. Are we? Are we keeping this hype train alive? You guys, man, cheers. Cheers to you. First time chatter. Gertie Girly popped into say.
This is
Oh,
amazing!
there you go. Saturn! Yo, Saturn! Thank you for the 5, Saturn! You guys are killing me. Spandex is better than latex. I think it's more comfortable, Will. That's for sure. I mean, I can... After I eat my dinner, I'll be able to... I'll still be able to breathe. You know, it's got a little stretch to it, shall we say? Guys, thank you so much. We almost hit level 10 of the hype train. Fuck, you guys are unbelievable. That was wonderful. Thank you so much, chat. And cheers to everybody. Gundam! Ah, Gundam! Thank you so much for the bits.
Holy
We just
hype,
missed it. We just missed it, but that's okay. That is okay, Gundam. Thank you so much for the bits, Gundam. Hype! Woo! This is beautiful. I have to say, the suit has a nice... It's really soft and like silky feeling. It's got a nice kind of shine to it. So, but anyways, cheers, chat. Spandex breathes better is what? Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's stretch to it and it's breathable. It's, there's a little more give to spandex. Cheers, guys. I'm hype. Are you guys ready for an epic show today? We're talking Marvel. We're talking DC. We're talking superheroes, okay? Hold on to your horses, sweeties. Hold on to your hats. Hold on to your whips. Hold on to your tails. Not that kind of tail, sweetie. Don't hold on to that. Cheers. Pickled whip, yeah. I'm about to be pickled very soon. So again, guys, this is my favorite beer in the whole wide world. Belgian people really know how to do it. This one is barrel aged. It's a sour. It's sweet fruit tasting beer with a pleasant sour oakiness, refreshing aftertaste. It's delicious. It's a Flemish red-brown ale. It's actually pretty strong too. It's a strong beer. So this particular one is a 6.2 ABV, alcohol by volume. Oh shit, Kazuki! Kazuki's a goner! Guys, we need to play that sound alert. You know the one. You know the one. Oh, someone's trying to come in here. Make up your mind, Vegas. Make up your mind. Anyway, How
dare you! Off with his head!
That's it! That's the one! How dare you! Off with his head! I don't know even what he said, but thank you, Will. We don't play that game around here. We might play with whips and chains and all that stuff, but we don't play whatever other... I don't even know what he was playing. I love the soft voice. Wow. Oh, you like that sound alert? I have to fix that one because it seems like it's double alert is popping up. That reminds me. Thanks for reminding me, Gertie Girly. You log in? Guys, this is like fruit juice. It's unbelievable. If you ever see this in stores, I highly, highly recommend. It tastes like, kind of like sour cherry juice. So it's really good. Wow, I have to, you see, I've had it at default. No animation for WoW. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's so weird. Everything came back. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Oh, yeah, they did. That's so weird. Maybe. Odd. Anyway, we're all good now. Cool. Is there a save button or something? Doesn't matter. So. Interesting. Thanks for the follow, Spooky Blood 10. Oh my god, Gertie Girly setting this off right. Chat, this is crazy. Hey, it's the first of the month. You know that song? It's the first of the month. And we got it popping now. Who sings first of the month? That's Bone Thugs and Harmony? Yeah, I think it's Bone Thugs and Harmony. So let me, where should I stick my little whippersnapper for the evening? Stick it somewhere. Anyway, yeah, it's Bone Thugs. Yeah, exactly. First of the month, sweeties. Oh yeah. R.I.P. to Kazuki. I don't even know what he did, but whatever he did, maybe he'll do an unbanned request. You know what I still have to do, chat? I have yet to do it yet. So this is some sauerkraut, of course. It's an Anstreamy signature here. The sauerkraut. Rolling Wombat. Hello, Rolling Wombat. Greetings and welcome. And then I've got these beans that I made. I made a whole big bag of beans the other day. But I do need to go through the unbanned requests. So I'm gonna add a little hot sauce, I think, into the mix today. And I love this particular one. This Screamin' Scorpion XXX Death Sauce.
How dare you! Off with his head!
That's it, Will. Not Will. That's it, Gundam. Off with his head. Love a good bean. Me too. I do love a good bean too, Suraj. A good bean. Off to races. To the races in August. Correct. We're off to a good start, Gundam. Absolutely. So, I don't even know what he did, but maybe I'll go through the unbanned requests. A lot of streamers do that. So when someone gets banned, you have an opportunity to write a reason to unban you. You have one shot. And if the streamer does not accept, then you do have no more chances to apply to, be unbanned. Just have one chance. And if they say no, if it's denied, you are permanently banned from that channel under that username forever. So I have a few unbanned requests collecting. To be honest, chat, one of my mods didn't know about that like we would go through the unbanned requests and that you only get one opportunity to to ask to be unbanned. And so one of my mods, I'm not gonna say any names, I'm not gonna say who, but I had a long list collected, right? And he deleted them all. He deleted all the requests because he didn't know any better. He didn't understand. So sadly, all those people that applied and put a request in, they got denied and they can never apply again. And I didn't even get to read the requests. I didn't even get to read it or anything. So Florida Boy, greetings and welcome, Florida Boy. Welcome in, welcome in. Are you able to unban the people who got their ban request deleted by your mod? No. He denied it. He denied the request. I didn't read them, and that's it, no more. So I had a long collection in the beginning when I first started streaming that I don't know, I'll never be able to go through it. If you knew who they were, I mean? I don't think so. I think he denied it. So the request is gone. Yeah. No, Will, you didn't do that. That was before your time. So, it was in the very beginning when I first started streaming. But anyways, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I've been collecting some more unbanned requests. So maybe one time I'll have my first stream where I'll show the screen, chat, and we can go through them together. We can read what they say and we can decide as a community if we should unban the person or if we should deny the request. Because I feel like this is a community effort anyways, right? Like, I want you guys to feel safe and be happy, you know, and I want it to be a wholesome environment for everybody, right? So, I feel like that would be smart to do it as a group. That's right, Just Great. The mod shall not be named. I didn't know you only get one shot. Yeah, that's news. Only one shot. So. You could probably still unban them. I mean, I don't know who they are. No soft serve milk? Oh my god, Metal Mark, someone was mentioning that to me. Because I was like, I said as I was getting ready for stream, right? I was like, what would Catwoman drink? Would she drink wine? I feel like she's more sophisticated, right? And I was like, should she drink wine? And they're like, no, milk. I'm like, oh, but I'm gonna be drinking alcohol, chat. I don't know if I want to drink milk. Since I will be drinking alcohol right now. Right, Lincoln, like the Eminem song. Lose yourself in the moment. You better never let it go. You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. Anyway. Florida boy. I got the dirty stuff today. The dirty. Mom's spaghetti. Knees weak, arms is heavy. That's it. I mean, if you are a committed stalker and you create many accounts, exactly, you would have to make many accounts. But then I think if you get banned on someone's channel, do you ever see ban evaders? Like a message pops up and it says ban evader. So I feel like any accounts you make after that comes up as suspected ban evader or something like that. I don't even know how that works, to be honest, chat. I have no idea. I'm not, I just stream part-time. I don't know, like, I'm just learning. Kazuki? Is that you? Speak of the Kazuki? It's instead of Kazuki 9. Oh, I see why he got banned originally. Instead of Kazuki 9, it's Kazuki 9292. I don't see, it doesn't say suspected ban evader. Beast. If Spider bit me to make me Superman. Why didn't you bite me to make me your man? Ooh, Beast. Coming in with the Riz. I am a cat. I feel like I would claw people more than I would bite them. Metal Mark, it's a Whopper. It is a BK Whopper, Metal Mark. I also have some beans. The musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you eat. Reminds me of the Whopper song. What's the Whopper song? Whoppers are the best. I do love a tasty Whopper. I like that charbroiled flavor. Mind you, Chad, I've had the Impossible Burger from Burger King. That's also good too. Oh. Let me open up the request line. I almost forgot. We are waiting for Brandon. I think he said he needs a few minutes, and I'm just working on my food right now. But this boy's waiting too. He loves food. Do they have a chili Whopper? Flair! Hello, Catwoman. Any sauerkraut in that Whopper? Greetings and welcome, Flair. Welcome in, right, meow. I got some sauerkraut on the side. You know how it goes. Welcome in, welcome in. Should have some right now, actually. Should I? Maybe I'll put it in the burger. Oh my gosh. Great idea, Flair. Oh my goodness, why didn't I think of that? Make it like a sauerkraut burger. That's precisely what I'll do. I'll put a little bit in, not all of it, just a little bit. It's a great idea, though. Gundam, who else is in costumes tonight? That's a really good question. I don't know. It'll be a surprise. Brandon had some Arby's and pretty much ready. Okay, awesome, Brandon. Let me just finish my food. Give me 15 minutes or so. But it is good to know that you are ready. Gertie Girly! Thank you for the bits, girl! Thank you for making it rain, girl! Meow! Meow. I feel like I need a deeper voice if I'm going to be speaking like Catwoman. With the... You know how Michelle Pfeiffer has this very deep voice? Excuse moi. Oh my god. That was a little bit too much there, Beast. Okay, so let's try this. It's all good, Gertie Girly. You can interrupt me with that any day. So. You need a raspy voice like Suki. Yeah. Dog looks dejected. He is. He already ate. No Whopper for me. Metal Mark. I fed him before I started going live. Before I streamed, so...
Oh, yeah.
He does look pretty sad, though. Lickin! Thank you for the gifted to Rolling Wombat. Thank you so much. Michelle is a historic Catwoman. Rolling Wombat, I would argue to say Michelle Pfeiffer is the best Catwoman. You know how... We'll get into it a little bit later, but... You know how you envision a certain Batman being a certain actor, or a certain Catwoman being a certain actor, right? I envision Catwoman to be Michelle Pfeiffer. Although, what's her name? Advanced Karma 2021. Thank you so much for the follow, Advanced. Halle Berry was good too. Thank you for the bits, Gundam. Thank you. Who's your Superman? Christopher Reeves? Oh, yeah. My Superman, Christopher Reeves for sure. Yes. I was thinking Batman right now. Christopher Reeves for Superman, yeah. R.I.P. R.I.P. to Christopher Reeves. Metal Mark, I have indeed. I've got some cat claws. They're very reminiscent of Advanced Karma 2021. All about balance, you know? Saturn say. First time chatter. What's the dog's name? Android. This is Vegas. And I have a Ms. Viva. I have a Ms. Viva outside, so I have two. But this little boy, his name is Vegas. There you go. His ears just perked up. Anne Hathaway is my Catwoman. What? Yin Yang. Yin Yang, exactly. All about balance, Metal Mark. You know what? I haven't seen the one with Anne Hathaway. But I do love Anne Hathaway as an actress. Or as an actor. Just call her an actor. I think she's great. I didn't see her as Catwoman. Advanced Karma. Greetings and welcome, Advanced Karma. Cheers, chat. To this lovely Belgian sour. Cheers. First time chatter, Century Cowboy. Evening, ma'am. Good evening, Century Cowboy. Greetings and welcome in. Excuse me. Agreed. And has a comedic timing. For Anne Hathaway. Uh-huh. She does, she does. Thank you for the follow, Century Cowboy. You have the same name. Ben Affleck is growing on me. I do have the same name, Puya. Yeah, Anne Hathaway. Hot and streamy. Rolling Wombat. Who is that Batman with a really deep voice? I don't think it was Ben Affleck, was it? That's it, Gertie Girly. Christian Bale. Okay. That's it, Christian Bale. Guys, I don't know, man. How did you feel about Christian Bale as Batman? It's streamy. I always read it as steamy. Oh, no way, Puya. It's streamy. It's a pun. It's a play on words like hot and steamy, hot and streamy. But you're not the first. You're not the first to think that. Thank you so much, Game Breaker's daughter. Thank you for enjoying the stream and tuning in, girl. Thank you. Uncle Jeff, greetings and welcome, Uncle Jeff. Michael Keaton. I actually like Michael Keaton as Batman. I actually like him as Batman. I don't know, he played it really well in my opinion. Christian Bale is my favorite Batman, to be honest. It was a fun take for what it was. Oh, you like Michael Keaton? Okay, Uncle Jeff, yeah. Knowing who Michael Keaton is as an actor, I never would think he would be a good Batman. But he actually turned out, he killed it. He was really good as Batman. Lexi, greetings and welcome, girl. Welcome in, Lexi on fire. And guys, chat. Remember how I showed you, Lex? I'm wearing heels today with my cat suit. Now, normally, chat, I don't wear shoes in the house. Like, it's a rule, you know, you take your shoes off. Excuse me, when you come in the door. But I am wearing a pair of shoes currently, right now. I have to fix my hair because it's looking ridiculous. Whatever. I'm wearing a pair of shoes currently right now that I have never worn before. They're clean, so I can wear them around the house. And these shoes, I have to say, chat. These shoes, oh, there goes the whip. These shoes are courtesy of Lexi on Fire. Lexi gave me these shoes. She gifted me these shoes because we're different size feet and they were too small. They fit. Oh, they fit, Lex. They fit. They fit. So, Lex, this is. I'm putting them in good use, Lex. You would never see me wear high heels, like street shoes, in my house, in the streaming room, ever. But it just so happens, you know, these have never been worn outside yet. So it's like very, very lucky. So hold on, I gotta fix my hair. Hold on, chat. Making a disaster here, sweetie. Show you guys. Hold me. Oh. Waited all day for the stream, and I'd say it's worth it. Aw, thank you so much. Gamebreaker's daughter, we're just getting started. I just am finishing my dinner. And then once I'm done the mukbang, then I will bring a panel of contestants? No, a panel of speakers on. And I don't have long, sadly. Aw, that's okay. Gamebreaker's daughter, stay as long as you can, and don't worry. I'll be streaming back on Saturday as well. But anyways, okay, I had my Whopper, so I had a Whopper for dinner. Extra mayo, extra lettuce. I added sauerkraut on it, as per Flair Kaiser's recommendation, and it was smart. It was genius. I made some beans the other day. I just boiled some kidney beans. I added some scorpion pepper hot sauce, Lexi. Do a Carabana theme. Oh, you know what? I could. Yo, it totally slipped my mind. It's Carabana this weekend. And delicious, nutritious, and delicious flair. That's good rolling wombat. I'm in a chatty mood too. Chat. So here in Toronto, we have something called Carabana. It's the first weekend of August every year. It's a Caribbean themed like festival. A chatty catty. I'm a chatty catty. And I should dress up, Lex. I should. What would a Carabana themed outfit be? I would love to. I'm festive as fuck. Do you watch the parade, Will? I've been to it once. And I've gone to a lot of the after parties. Cheers, chat. I haven't gone in many, many years though. I used to be really close friends with a Jamaican girl. And like for her, that was the biggest event of the year. She would plan her outfit like months and months in advance. So it was like a big deal. But ever since like I don't really speak to her too much. Now we just drifted apart. No hard feelings or anything, but I don't really go to the parade or anything. Feathers, a lot of them. Beads, glitter. You think I should dress like that, Lex? Oh my god. Now, Lexi, I would love to go to Carnival. If you guys don't know what Carnival is, chat, Carnival is, I feel like it goes on all around the world, but it's in February. And it's a big party. We can make a headpiece maybe with feathers and glitter. I'll just take this one. I'll fold the ears down. Put some feathers. Peacock feather. I want to be the prettiest peacock. Peacock feathers. Why do I think this is so funny? Cheers. I get excited over things like this. It's sad, really. It's not sad, it's just... I'm silly. My friends were from Trinidad and they let me go with their band. Ooh, nice. Rio de Janeiro. Rio does it up for Carnival. They do Gertie Girly. I would love to go to Brazil. I feel like the whole city is just a massive party. Good vibes. But did you know Italy even does Carnival in February as well? It's more of like a masquerade ball. But it is like Carnival in February. Little peacock around. I want to ask. All right, Max, do it. Max, you're from South Africa, right? Go ahead, do it, man. We're living in 2023, Max. You can do it. We spent from January until a week before the parade to build the costumes. I know it takes time, Will. Europe is so old and cool. I'd love to visit. Oh, Rolling Wombat. Yeah, Europe is old. The history. It's crazy. Like, even if you go to, like, Paris, France, it gets to a point almost, though, Rolling Wombat, where you walk past buildings and you're like, only built in the 1600s. You know? It just becomes, you get desensitized to it. Almost in a way, because it's like, there's just so many old buildings to see and, like, landmarks that it's almost, like, overwhelming to the point where you just get numb. Do you sometimes do morning streams, Gamebreaker's daughter? No. I wish, Gamebreaker's daughter. I did that 24-hour stream, which was really cool. But I work during the week. So I work full-time, 40 hours a week. So Monday to Friday, I'm busy every morning. And then on the weekends, I am not a morning person, chat. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I am not a morning person at all. I am a night person. I am like groggy in the morning. Like, don't talk to me in the morning. Let me wake up naturally. You know, it takes me a good hour to like roll out of bed. Gamebreaker's daughter, me too. Yeah. I'm not like some people, bless their hearts, bless them now. I know people like this where they wake up, their eyes are wide open, they jump out of bed. They open up the curtains, the blinds. They start loads of laundry. They turn on the music. They turn on the news. They're like, just, they start their day like nothing, right? And it's like, holy shit, give me a minute, chat. Like, give me 10 minutes to just like wake up. Oh, New Zealand, Max, you're from New Zealand. Oh. I thought you were from South Africa and you were talking more of like apartheid. Okay, Max from New Zealand. Are you friends with her? If you're friends with her, then just ask her. Coder, is that Sweet Viva? No. That's Silly Vegas. There you go, you can see the jingle janglers. Coder Chris, greetings and welcome. Welcome in. That's Mr. Vegas. But yeah, Gamebreaker's daughter, it's very rare that you will see me do a morning stream. Maybe if I'm doing like a marathon stream or something, which I had a great time doing the marathon stream. I would definitely do it again. Oh, they're jingle janglers, Gertie Girly. That's the nice way to put it. That's the polite way to put it there, Schweedies. Never heard? But now forever. You can't unhear that one, Gertie Girly. Those jingle janglers. That's a nice way. Who loves staying up? Me too. I stay up late. I do. Then I crash. Mr. Vegas is my bestie. Lexi, did I ever tell you? So Lex, I told you already. Came in here the other day. I couldn't find him anywhere. He's usually around. He follows me room to room, right? Couldn't find Mr. Vegas. Come into the stream room, and your pink dress that you wore for the birthday stream, I had it hanging here to dry, and I just left it hanging because I didn't want to like put it in the dryer or anything, so it was just hanging drying. What was Mr. Vegas doing on his own? This pervert. This freaking pervert. He was up smelling your dress. That's what he was doing, that guy. He was up, I caught him. Red-handed. Smelling your dress, Lexi. So. It's like a mother catching up their child smelling a pair of like panties or something, you know? Just like, when I caught him too, he was like, he was guilty. So, yeah, jingle janglers and smelling dresses. Kodo Chris, he's up to no good, that boy. But he's funny because he normally, he doesn't like people too much. Like, he doesn't like strangers. Take some time. But what I did a social experiment, which I love to do, chat. By the way, I just finished my food. Hold on, let me blow my nose really quickly. I just finished my food, so I'm about ready to get the panel going. But I did a social experiment. And I knew that he doesn't really, it takes him a while to warm up to strangers. So I had a pair of a hoodie and sweatpants that Lexi gave me to wear home one night that were hers, right? And they smelled like her house. They smelled like, they were clean, but they smelled like her or her house or different, right? So before she came over for the birthday stream, I pulled out the hoodie and the sweatpants and I let Vegas smell them. And he was like fascinated. He was like crack cocaine. He couldn't get his little nose out of there. He was really just digging and like just getting in there, smelling it. He was so like, it was like cologne for him or something, right? He was so into it. And then, oh, my nail just chipped. I really gotta fix that because it's gonna snag on everything. Anyway, Grady, greetings and welcome, Grady. Welcome in, right, meow. Welcome in, Grady. How are you, Grady? You love this story. Isn't it funny? It was like a social experiment. Anyways, but he was so into like Lexi's sweater and sweatpants that the next day when she came over for the birthday stream, it's almost like he knew her already, because he's like, at first he barked a little bit, but then he got to know her right away, to the point, chat, where Lexi was petting him and he was falling asleep. He couldn't keep his eyes open, like 10 minutes after meeting her. And there's no way that he would have felt that comfortable with a perfect stranger if he didn't smell her scent before. But it's almost like he smelt her scent and he became like comfortable with it. And I just thought that was such a funny social experiment that I did. And it definitely worked out. Because now, Vegas is obsessed with Lexi. I catch him privately smelling her clothes now. I walked in on it. Man! It's so funny though. It's so funny. Anyway, but Vegas is not the type to make friends. Like he's a little bit of a cautious dog. Viva, I'm worried about Viva. Viva will literally walk away with anybody. She thinks everyone is nice, everyone is good, everyone has good intentions. She's so sweet and innocent that she cannot even fathom that there are bad people and bad dogs out there in the world. So she wants to go and say hi to all the dogs. She wants to say hi to all the people, and literally someone could just grab the leash, and if I have my back turned or something, she would just walk away with them. No problem. Vegas, there's no way in hell he would do that. No way in hell. So, you know, it has its pros and its cons, basically. Pretty. Those are my girls too. your girls love everybody, would just walk away with anyone. It's kind of scary in a way, Gertie Girly, don't you think? Because it's like, it's really scary. You have to be extra diligent. They'll trust anyone, totally. It's awful. Yeah, that's what I'm actually so terrified of, Gertie, is someone could definitely steal my Viva and she would just walk away with them. And it happened one time with a little dog. It was like a medium-sized, like a pit bull mixed dog. And the guy, it was actually a girl. The girl said, yeah, like she's very friendly. She can say hi to Viva. Viva wanted to say hi to her. And when Viva got up close to her, the dog grabbed her lip and was like held onto her lip. And one of the dog's teeth went through Viva's upper lip. Went through the skin, like right here. So the tooth actually went all the way through. And obviously Viva didn't understand. And when Viva backed up and pulled away, she started barking at the dog like, hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to do that to me. Viva gave her a little like piece of her mind, but the damage was already done. She already was bleeding. She had a hole in her lip. It was very scary, but thank God, Gertie Girly, that the owner of this pit bull mix, it was a little pit bull mix dog, like maybe like a 30-pounder, half the size of Viva, because Viva's very long and lean. This is a short, stubby little guy. It was a girl, actually. Anyway, the owner was very responsible. She was a teacher, and she said, I will pay for the vet bills. So take her to the vet, please. And I will cover all the costs. So it was scary, but we had to put her on antibiotics. That's what the vet recommended, but she didn't need a stitch or anything. It was too small to actually knock her out and do stitches. He said it would just close on its own. It would scab up, and with the antibiotics, it would prevent infection. So we were very, very lucky. Really, it was not that expensive at all. It was like $100 maybe for the antibiotics and for the checkup. So it could have been a lot worse. But that's Viva for you. She wants to say hi to everyone. She doesn't understand that there's bad dogs out there. You know, she doesn't get it. She doesn't understand there's bad people out there in the world. She's just too sweet, too innocent. Vegas, he's hesitant, and I kind of like that in a way. I have to leave soon. It's all right, Game Breaker's daughter. No worries. Anyways, okay. Could have been way worse, Saturn. Exactly. And shout out to the teacher. She was a neighbor. I was living in a building at the time, and she was a neighbor. The next building over. Shout out to her for being a responsible dog owner and taking care of the vet costs. She didn't have to do that. But she was a responsible dog owner. Shout out to her. Shout out to teacher neighbor. That's right, Saturn. Shout out to teacher neighbor. I don't remember her name, and I wouldn't dox her anyway. She was a nice girl. And she didn't have to do that. That was very nice of her to do. To just take responsibility, own up for her dog's actions. So it was good for her. Right, shout out to her. Yeah, I gotta say, it could have been way worse, and probably someone would have just been walked away and left. But she was a nice, responsible teacher, and she took the responsibility on that one. So shout out to her. Anyways, cheers, chat. I'm done my beer. I'm done my food. I'm gonna take my multivitamins, and then shall we let Gamebreaker's daughter have a good night? Gamebreaker's daughter, bye. I'll see you Saturday, maybe. Bye, Gamebreaker's daughter. Thank you for joining me. Train your pet or take responsibility. Right, Rolling Wombat? And you know what? She was the one, though, that said, yeah, she's very friendly. She can say hi. It was actually that dog that wanted to say hi first. And then I was like, can she? And she's like, oh, yeah. She's great. She's fine. She's good with other dogs. Yeah. And then as soon as Viva got close to her, she just lunged at her and grabbed her lip and didn't let go. And it could have been a lot worse. Anyways, that's my story. So let me just finish. These are my multivitamins to keep me young and beautiful forever. Forever. Cheers, chat. So, love the cat suit. Thank you so much, Grady. I love it too. Forever, ever. Okay. Grabbing something from my door, and then I'm all good to go. One sec. Okay, A-okay. Let me invite you, A-okay. Sith, I'll invite you too, Sith. Shit. I'll invite Sith. I'll invite A-okay. Is there... Who else did I have here? Uncle Jeff! Are you ready, Uncle Jeff? I have you here on the list. A-okay. Excuse me, is it the A-okay? I'm excited, guys. Excuse me, what? The A-okay, I'm inviting you there. Okay.
Wow!
Wow! Century Cowboy! Oh no, that was a Century Cowboy. Oh, it doesn't say who played. Oh no, it does. Gertie Girly, it was you! You liked that one. Ah, Gertie Girly, you liked that one. Alright guys, anyone else? Oh, Uncle Jeff. Was it you? Why so serious? Cheers! With my non-alcoholic McDonald's Fanta. Ah, cheers. I'm done my beer. I'm gonna bring my dirty dishes down. I have a couple there you are. I see you there, Uncle Jeff. Nice. Welcome, welcome. I've got Sith in there. I've got Lincoln. I'm A-okay. You guys just have to click. And then myself. So that's 4, 5. I have room for one more. Now, Alpha Ghost, Midnight. Oh, Brandon. I gotta bring Brandon on. I have to bring Brandon. So Brandon, let me invite Brandon. And if anyone wants to dip out, no problem at any time, please let me know. And you can dip on out. And then what we'll do is we'll bring someone else on, because I think there may, as we get talking, Brandon, what is it, Brandon? As we get talking, there may be some people who, you know, have some insight. They have something they want to talk about and what's something they want to comment on. What's Brandon's, So, if at any time, chat, you want to dip out, no problemo. I think there's a lot of people that kind of want to come in anyway. Because I have Alpha Ghost here. I know Midnight was saying if he's awake, he wants to come on. So, Anne, have you dressed up in any other full bodysuit costume in the past? Full bodysuit costume? No, this is my first time, Metal Mark. Anyone know Brandon's, what's Brandon's thing again? Let me see. I'll find it. Brandon. There it is. Oh, there's no way I would have remembered that. 0702 1984. Okay, so there we go. I invited Brandon as well. Oh, Gundam, you want to come on? If I get home in time, I have a Nightwing thing. Oh, I know you do. Ah, nice, Gundam. Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, we're gonna start it. Don't worry, we have plenty of time. It's only 9:30. I'll be going until midnight Eastern Standard Time. What up, monkey? What up, meow? I will be back, guys. I'm gonna get another drink. By the way, I had a belt, but it broke. So I'm not wearing the belt right now. I figured, too bad, so sad. All right. Anyways, I will be back. I'm going to bring my dirty dishes down and get a drink. And I'm just waiting for everyone to queue up. I'm waiting on Lincoln getting ready, Brandon, and Uncle Jeff. Burp, burp, burp.
Oh, yeah.
Gundam, thank you for gifting a sub. Thank you so much, Gundam. I heard that just on the way out. I wanted to come over and thank you. Thank you, thank you. FBI! Open up, I heard that. Oscar! Greetings and welcome, Oscar. No, you're just in time, Oscar. Welcome in, welcome in. And I brought Ms. Viva. Coder Chris, are you here? Coder Chris. I got Ms. Viva now on the bed and Mr. Vegas here. And chat, I wanted to show you Slumlord's Gift 11. Greetings and welcome, Slumlord Gifts. Behave. Wait, that's what Austin Powers says. Oh, behave. Okay, but yes, thank you so much. So, I wanted to show you guys, I actually bought this for the birthday stream that I never ended up opening. But this is green, it's just green tea. Japanese green tea. Actually Taiwanese. Fuck, it's not even Japanese, it's product of Taiwan. Andy Party, greetings, welcome Andy, welcome in, welcome in. Anyway, so it's just green tea. Very, very simple. You know how much they charged for this? Chat? This was like $6. $6.99, I think? $5 or $6.99.
This isn't what it looks like. We're just, having a little tea party.
Party. That's it, okay. Brandon is still getting ready and Uncle Jeff is getting ready. Okay, so we've got a few people that we're just waiting on Uncle Jeff and Brandon. But anyways, can we bring Oscar to the panel? Yeah, we can bring Oscar to the panel. Yeah, let me invite Oscar. Alright, Vegas, give me a second, Veg. Oscar, I'll invite you. Okay. And people can just swap out if they want. And no big deal. Here, Vegas. Maybe you stay. You're a good gal. You? I love you. You're my big gal. Anyway. Puya, did you know $1 is 500,000 real? No, I did not, Puya. You learn something new every day. Is that Persian currency? Okay. So fancy. I'm going to get a saucer and drink from it to be fancy. Ooh, drink some milk in a saucer? Just great. I think that's genius. This is actually an etched glass that says, and streamy. This is beautiful. It's a nice etched glass with some fat ice cubes. You could be a 7 and 9 cosplayer. Really, Izzy, so special. Somebody actually messaged me before and said that I should dress up as 7 as 9. If anyone doesn't know, that's from Star Trek Voyager. 7 of 9. Thank you so much. I think she's beautiful. And I have some whiskey here, chat. Some Scotch whiskey. And I'm a big Trekkie. I'm not really into Star Wars. I'm actually into Star Trek more than Star Wars. Can't tonight, unfortunately. Only a viewer today. Oh, that's okay. No worries, Oscar. No worries. Actually, everybody just got ready, so everyone's ready to go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be 6 of us. Okay? Perfect. Okay, guys. Just making my drink, and then I'm gonna start the show. What's your favorite Star Trek series? Metal Mark. I mean, I'm a Next Generation type of girl, but I also love Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine? Yeah, Deep Space Nine with Quark. I'm into Star Trek over Star Wars. You are, Suraj? Nice! I feel like most people are Star Wars people. I'm a Star Trek person. I'm a Trekkie. But yeah, I do love a good Deep Space Nine. I like Voyager, but my original that I grew up on, you know, would definitely be The Next Generation. With Jean-Luc Picard. I like Farscape. Oh, really? I haven't really watched any of the new ones. So basically, guys, this is very refreshing. This is whiskey and green tea. Is what it is. Whiskey and green tea. Highly recommend. It's very refreshing. Almost doesn't taste like you just You don't put too much alcohol, and it's so good. Anyways, cheers, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Cheers. Very good. Highly recommend, guys. Highly recommend. If you've never had whiskey and green tea, you should start. Okay. Speaking of starting, are you Michelle Pfeiffer tonight, Monkey? I am. I do love. That's my favorite Catwoman is the Michelle Pfeiffer version. Speaking of starting, without further ado, I'm going to slot everybody in, and let's get this party started, Shredy. Hold on a second. Just thought of something. Okay. So let's get the party started. I want to thank you again for gifting me a sub. Oh, you're welcome, Puya. That's very nice. Dreams did it. Okay, so let's let you in. We're getting Sith in. We're getting AOK in. We're getting Lincoln. We're getting Uncle Jeff. And last but certainly not least, we are getting Brandon. Okay, let's see how everyone's gonna pop in here. We're just waiting on a couple more people to populate. Let me turn my music down. Pretty well. I'm excited, guys. Okay. Down completely. Enough it. All right, Uncle Jeff. We're just waiting on Uncle Jeff. I don't know what he's doing. It's just tech issues probably. Give me 1 second, guys. I can't hear anyone yet because I have to push you on stream. Give me 1 second. Fix my hair. And I'm gonna turn the lights down low because you know what? Oh, we got Uncle Jeff. Uncle Jeff, that's you?
Yes,
I would have never guessed that. Okay, give me. You learn something new every day. Okay, give me 1 second here. Let me just turn these off. Fix my hair. That's what I love about this is because you never know who the heck is behind the camera, like who's behind the keyboard. Anyway,
I look
okay,
more like a
so
grandfather, don't I?
regardless, let's have a great time, everybody. And okay, let me see here. Let me do this. I have to do Chrome. Okay. All right. And let's just take this webcam. Like that. All right. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can.
Perfect. Good. Everybody.
Oh my.
Hello. Greetings and welcome, Sith. Say something, Sith.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Nice. A-OK? Hello, A-OK. Greetings and welcome, A-OK. Thank you for joining me.
Of course. How could I turn down this invite?
Wonderful. Lincoln. Greetings and welcome, Lincoln. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. Uncle Jeff. Greetings and welcome, Uncle Jeff. Pleasure.
It's nice to see you.
Ah, nice to see you too. And Brandon. Are you frozen, Brandon? Oh no, we lost Brandon.
Yeah. Brandon's frozen.
We have him frozen in time. Well, that's not good because he's the one who wanted to do this. So, out of everybody,
We're doing it all for Brandon. Where is he?
well, you know what I'm
Shame
gonna
I
do?
can't help him because I'm wearing a Star Lab shirt too, so I feel kind of useless.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove him, and I'm gonna re-add him. I think is the smartest thing to do. Oh, that didn't work. Ah, what's his name? Hold on. Wait 1 second. Hopefully it works. So it's Brandon.
Hey, Sith, your hair's growing back nicely.
Oh, thanks.
I haven't seen you since you had it shaved.
Oh yeah. It's coming back pretty good. Pretty good and thick.
All right. Well, as we'll just start chatting as we're waiting on Brandon, I think. So greetings and welcome. I guess you would kind of call me the MC for the night because, well, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to facilitate a space for people to kind of talk. Okay, let's try Brendan one last time here. It looks like he's ready. Thank you, Saturn. Panel does look great tonight. It does look. You know when you think of like a story. Bunte, thanks for the follow. You think of like, you know, like a fairy tale. It always has a happy ending. I feel like Marvel is more that way. And DC is a little bit more grimy, a little more gritty, a little more. The villains are very mean and villainous. And it doesn't maybe doesn't necessarily have to have a happy ending at the end, because you know sometimes real life doesn't have
Emotional damage.
Suraj, Voldemort, greetings and welcome, Voldemort. I feel like I don't know what happened to Brandon. Should we try a third time? Maybe third time's a charm. Let's see, maybe that. We can try again. Let's try one more time for Brandon. Okay. Because, you know.
I did notice, like, in DC's, I just watched a documentary on it, on the history of DC, and
Yeah.
they did, especially like in the 70s and 60s, they like took a lot of stuff that was happening in the world, like the Vietnam War or like drug addiction and stuff like that, and they really put it into the comics, which a lot of people didn't like, but they used a lot of real world issues and stuff, which is kind of cool.
I see. I think that's kind of cool.
And that was one aspect that I liked about DC as well. They draw a lot from history and they kind of go through it with you, and their comics and stories evolve as time goes along. And they're even still now doing it with some of their animated movies, actually.
Are you saying, though, that Marvel doesn't really evolve as time goes on?
Not necessarily, no. It's done in a different way. And a really good example of this is Captain America. Captain America is exactly what he sounds like, the poster boy for the country. And he comes out, and I think it's like the 1960s. And he's dealing with World War, he's dealing with Nazis, he's dealing with his own version of Hitler. So that's really something that they kind of throw there, but you don't see a lot of their characters doing that, at least not to my knowledge. You've got a lot more characters in DC that deal with World War I and II and coming through, dealing with like their version of the Nazis from that time. As to where you just have the one that I know of with Marvel.
Ah. Interesting. Uncle Jeff.
Yes.
DC or Marvel? What would you pick? If there was a gun held to your head and you had to pick one.
That is so hard. You know, back in the 70s, I started collecting DC, but I started to fall for Marvel. I think the stories, there's just a little more fun to the stories with Marvel, I think, and I think DC be a little darker. I think
they are darker. I think that's a good. Yeah, there's more fun to Marvel. DC is a little darker. I agree with that. Marvel has devolved in the story movies. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say too. I think like Marvel, like I like DC's villains, but I think Marvel, like their villains, they don't come straight out and be a villain. Like they're not like a Doomsday or something like that. That's just like, I'm just evil. I'm just mad. I'm gonna kill everything. They're like people that think that they're being a good person, and then they have a traumatic, something happened to them, and then they just kind of evolve into like a evil type of person. So I kind of like that with Marvel villains, but
There's a reason for their kind of plot.
There's a reason for their plot. Philosopher of the Moon, thank you so much for the beautiful poetry, but I don't have time to read it right now. I'll have to read it another time, Philosopher. It's a long one. Comics we speak of, yes, Philosopher of the Moon. I have a couple people. I'm hesitant. This is a conversation about comics, guys, so please, if you are requesting to come on, I do want to give people a chance to come on. I have one slot open right now currently, but please, it is a panel about DC Marvel universe and comics, so please make sure that you're a little bit knowledgeable about the subject. I'm the only one that's got a little hall pass here today, Schmeedies. Anyway,
You're also the only one, well, not the only one dressed up, but like you're pretty elaborate here.
Thank you. I always do. Go hard and go home. Oh wait, I am home. I'll close this for a minute. I'll try to wait for Brandon because I feel like he's really having some technical issues. But yeah, so guys, next question. Did I ask you DC or Marvel?
No.
Did I get your answer yet?
I prefer DC because they have better characters that are really overpowered, and it's kind of equal across the playing board. They have like gods that are just as equal as Superman because they have magical powers, which is Superman's weakness. The only thing that I think about with DC is Superman is really overpowered. They should set some boundaries there.
what are you talking about?
You can't do everything.
What are you talking about?
You're
Overpowered?
kind of
Come
right,
on.
no? The guy's
agree.
flying
Like a
into outer
fucking leap in there.
space. He flies into outer space. It's like he doesn't even need lungs. Like what the hell?
You can do everything.
He's a little OP.
A little. It's
everything.
unbelievable, right?
I like how ready to fight Lincoln is for Superman. This is great.
Well, they actually had to come up with kryptonite after they created Superman because they realized he was so overpowered. They're like, we got to give him some sort of weakness because this is insane. Who can defeat him?
At what point did magic come into play for him too? Because as a kid, I never knew that, and then I saw Captain
that's
Marvel
right.
come, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
weak to magic. I was like, there's no story behind that to me.
Yeah, that's like the Black Adam and Superman fights too, because
Yeah.
Black Adam has magic and stuff, so he can hurt Superman. Yeah.
See. Okay, so who's the best Superman that you guys like out of everyone? Who played the best Superman? Oh, Brandon.
Brandon's back, yeah.
Brandon, are you frozen? I feel like he's frozen. Huh. Not good. Not looking good. Okay, he popped in, but
Brandon.
frozen. Okay, I'll give him a fourth shot, and then you know what? I'll just give him 5 minutes to maybe reset whatever he needs to reset. I don't even know what he needs to do. Let's just, 'cause I don't want to leave him there in the Twitch abyss like that. So, okay, so that's a good segue. Who did you think was the best Superman? Who played the best Superman in your opinion?
Me.
Oh God!
Right now.
I
Give me
support
one
that.
second, months out.
Yeah, no, I think mine would be Christopher Reeves probably, but I do like that Henry Cavill. I was leery right away, but I think he looks like Superman. I mean, he definitely, pulls it off. But
He's got like a lot of strong features that like you kind of envision embodying what Superman would look like in this day and age.
right, yeah, and he did really good on The Man of Steel. That was a really good movie. It's the background, what he had to go through, and how he lost his dad in that one, which is a little bit different than, in the comic books.
Yeah. I was not expecting a Tom Welling shout out in chat though. How about
Yeah, I
that?
was just gonna
Green.
comment on that.
Who's that?
He's from Smallville, the TV show.
Oh,
Which that was my favorite
Tom-
show. That's still my favorite
Tom
show
Welling.
ever.
Tom Welling is definitely my favorite Superman.
I got him and Lex Luthor's Michael Rosenbaum's autograph back there on the wall.
Oh, nice.
no way.
He said,
Nice.
"Hey Lincoln, rock on." That's what Tom Welling said. Okay, I'll rock on. I
Rock
guess,
on?
Tom.
Hell yeah.
so I had to say, so it's funny that I would say majority of you say DC, other than Uncle Jeff, I believe, said Marvel. But majority of the panel here said DC, which is interesting because going to Comic-Con and going to Fan Expo, it's pretty overwhelming that Marvel, everyone seems to like Marvel more than DC at these big conventions. Yeah. But I mean,
That's
Just because they have more movies. They have
Yes.
more movies out.
That's what I was getting ready to
Ah,
say.
more
I think that's gonna
mainstream right
change.
now type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what James Gunn has a hold of it now, so we'll see what happens. I think it's going to explode.
Brandon would
Yeah,
love
that-
to talk to you about this stuff because this is right up his alley, I'm telling you.
Right.
I wish I could get him on. It's interesting because he's been on my stream before, no problem. And we did an Instagram live stream a couple weeks ago, maybe last week. I can't even remember when. And that went well as well. No tech problems on his end. So, anyway, Terry
Yeah, he might
Hatcher's
be
the best Lois
restarting.
Lane. Ooh, Terry Hatcher. I do like her. Yeah. Lois Lane.
Ooh, I don't know. This new Lois Lane on Superman and Lois is a very good actress. I don't know if
Yes.
anybody's watched that show, but they're like, it's not a regular superhero type like Superman show. It deals with family issues. It deals with like diseases and cancer. Like, it's not a spoiler or anything, but like Lois is going through cancer right now and stuff. But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
so it's like, yeah, she had like a mastectomy, a double mastectomy. So like they're hitting stuff that is like, and then how does Superman deal with that? You know, like he has to deal with real life problems as kids and everything. So yeah,
I think
Get a
the
chance
best
to
way
check
to
it out.
kind of describe. I think the best way to kind of describe it without like giving away any more spoilers is that it's very much a CW show. In that aspect of as Lincoln pointed out, they deal with a lot of real world problems with Lois's cancer, the boys growing up, dealing with family problems, dealing with small town to big city transition. There's a lot that they cover in a superhero show that you wouldn't expect to get covered.
yeah, like divorce and stuff like that. There's like a whole bunch of stuff in there. Yeah.
Smallville Lois was hot too. Was that that Canadian actress?
Mm-hmm.
What's her name again?
Yeah.
This one
Kristen
guy I know
Pruitt.
was obsessed with her. What's Kristen? What's
Pruitt.
her name?
Kristen Pruitt.
Kristen
Yeah.
Crook. Crook.
Crook.
Is she coming to Comic-Con? Toronto? I think she is. Is she? There's a bunch of
They were
Smallville
just-
actors.
Well, they were all in. What's the one where they speak a lot of French? Which-
Montreal. It was in Montreal.
Montreal. Yeah, they all like the whole cast was going to be there and ever for it.
Oh, that's Lana. Oh, Christian Crook was also Chun-Li. Yes, Gundam. Kristen Crook was
Oh
Chun-Li.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
beautiful. I think
wow.
I have a girl crush on Kristen Crook. To be honest. I think-
Erica
I forgot about
Durant.
that.
Yeah.
Erica Durance was Lois,
Oh, okay. I don't remember the Lois. I remember Lana. Allison Mack.
but she was also Canadian.
Oh no way.
Yeah, it was shot. The whole
In Vancouver.
TV series was shot in Vancouver. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool. Okay, so I would say Christopher Reeves for me is the best Superman. Just because, kind of just like with Star Trek Next Generation, it's just what I grew up with. So watching, like, I just remember Keanu Reeves as Superman. You know,
Christopher
R.I.P. Keanu Reeves. But
Christopher Reeves.
sorry, I said
Yeah, I
Keanu
was gonna say
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves died.
Keanu was like,
Wrong person.
Whoa,
I'm
I'm
not that derpy.
Superman.
No, I know it's Christopher Reeves. I just said it wrong. I know who Keanu Reeves is.
Keanu Reeves would be
I
like,
know, wrong, completely
Whoa.
wrong actor. Christopher Reeves. R.I.P. Christopher Reeves. Probably no relation. No relation to Keanu Reeves. Ah,
I think Keanu
derp.
Reeves would make a good question though, if he's gonna be cast in anything.
Oh, yeah. Weren't they looking to make Keanu Reeves a villain in the Marvel universe?
I saw something about that. I don't know who they would have cast him as, but yeah, I saw something about that.
Is it because they're just running out of actors that aren't in the Marvel universe?
Probably.
Who don't we have yet?
Mm.
Well, there we go. Brandon's back.
Brandon.
Hey!
Hey, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon. Okay, your
Good.
your headphones there's no sound coming from them, but we see you. Your volume is up all the way. Okay, you might have to change those crappy headphones that we've talked about before. You gotta
We've talked
switch them
about
up,
this,
boy.
Brandon.
You gotta get your earbuds.
Those are on theme though for Superman.
I like
True.
this. He's wearing
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Your sound is not working, Brendan. I saw the Superman
Oh, I
movies
heard
as
him
a
a
kid.
little bit.
You heard him?
A little bit. He's coming in super low, but I was able to hear him.
I couldn't hear him at all. Let me mute my music.
So- Let's say I hear him, but he's coming in very muffled for me.
Yeah, I don't know what mic he's using. If he's using the headset mic or the.
Yeah, Brandon, make sure that the mic that you choose with the drop-down menu here is the correct mic that you want to be using. He's
I think he
frozen.
froze.
Oh,
No.
What is
so
that? Internet
close.
connection? Maybe internet connection, eh?
It might be.
I'll fly over
Yeah.
there and help him.
If we see Midnight or Alpha Ghost, they were kind of on the list here. So if we ever chat, if we see mods, if we see Midnight or Alpha Ghost, please let me know. They can jump the queue. Or anyone who's wearing a costume. If anyone's wearing a superhero
Yeah.
costume, they get to jump the queue as well. Okay? Midnight, Alpha Ghost, or anyone, like Gundam might be wearing a costume later, so he can jump the queue. Okay. Alright, Brandon, we tried 4 times? What I'm gonna do, I'll give him a minute. I'll give him a few minutes to, I'm not sure, do what he needs to do. Could be the internet connection. I'm hesitant to add anyone else because, I don't know. I didn't screen them. So, anyways. What were we talking about?
What Superman
What's
is
his-
like?
Superman's.
Yep.
Christopher
We all decided
Reeves.
I'm the best one.
Christopher Reeves.
Reeves.
For you too?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
I think he just had the right demeanor for that part. I mean, I think he's normally that type of guy. Anyway, in my eye, I think the part was easy for him.
I have a hard time picturing Christopher Reeves in anything else as opposed to seeing Henry Cavill in like any other movie and knowing that he's capable of being a different person.
Right.
True.
Right.
When they hired him, they said that they were going through all these like main actors, right? But they're gonna get him to fly, and they're like, if they take like Robert Redford and make him Superman, people will just be like, that's Robert Redford flying. So they wanted to cast an unknown to do that, and that's one of the reasons he got that job. So that's kind of interesting. He
And then
was
it's
soap
funny,
opera star, I
AOK,
think.
that now he's almost typecast. You only see him in that role. Meanwhile, he was
Yeah.
chosen as a nobody. Yeah.
Mhm.
So there was talk of him playing the Marvel equivalent of Superman for that same reason. They can very much see him being Hyperion because he's already got that build and he's already got that history. So he's almost stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Batman? What do you guys think about Batman? Any favorites?
I'm gonna probably get some hate for this, but Christian Bale.
I saw you say
Yeah,
that
Christian
in
Bale's
the
the
chat, A-OK.
I was really hoping that when like the Justice League talk started happening and they were talking about transitioning him over, they talked about doing JGL first. And I was like, no, get Christian Bale in there. I know that like this is kind of the end of his like run, but please get him in there. I think he's perfect.
Who's JGL?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, okay.
So for those that may not be aware, Joseph Gordon-Levitt played Robin in the last Christopher Nolan Batman movie with Christian Bale. So he wasn't necessarily the direct sidekick, but his name was actually Robin. He was a cop that often helped Batman throughout the movie. And then kind of goes on to like be his, I guess his protege in a way.
And didn't at the end they did actually show the Robin costume that Batman left for him, right? Or something like that.
I don't
in
know,
the
and I was
Batcave?
kind of avoiding it, but since like he brought it up, they did show him like outside of the Batcave. I never saw the costume.
Yeah, they did.
I thought they did
Spoilers.
too.
He was
Might wanna put
implied
spoilers.
Robin, right?
Yeah, he
Robin
was implied.
is-
Robin's much younger, and his name is actually Dick, or at least the first Robin.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like been what, 4 of them? 5, 4 or 5.
Or
Robins?
it depends on what you look at. I was trying real hard to dance around that ending there, the Lincoln.
Oh, really? You didn't like that ending, or?
No, I did. I just didn't want to spoil it. Like Anne hasn't. I think
Oh.
Anne kind of hinted earlier to not seeing any of the Christopher Nolan movies. So I don't know if at this point she's gonna go watch it, but I don't want to
She-
just like throw that out there.
I think if a movie's been out for more than like 3 years, the spoilers thing should be, cut off.
That's true.
Man, I watch
That's true.
wrestling, so I get people yelling about matches all the time. Like 3 weeks after it happens, like it's been 3 weeks, man. The match is online. I don't know what to tell you.
Right. Now, if we were talking about the new Flash movie or something like that, then that could be more. you know.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of that?
thought it was great. I thought it was great.
Did you?
It was a good movie.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either,
Yeah.
Uncle Jeff. Did you like it, Lincoln?
I didn't mind it. I mean, it's fun, but I guess it didn't do very good at the box office. So that's why, if Brandon was on here, he'd like to talk about this too. I'm sure.
Brandon
the-
has
the
a
new,
lot.
like-
I'm really
Yeah.
out of all the people, Brandon couldn't make it. So let's try to invite him
Man.
again. Because poor Brandon, like, I don't know. I
Just
mean,
can't
it's,
break on through that connection.
yeah. Anyway, okay.
Yeah. So the last few DC movies have not gone over well in the theater and stuff.
Oh yeah. You were saying before, Lincoln. I saw this one, this DC movie. What's that one?
Black Adam.
Black Adam. I saw Black
Yeah.
Adam. I liked it.
Yeah.
You didn't like it.
I liked it, but it didn't do good at the box office. They didn't make enough money for what they spent on it. Not
I
like the
see.
Barbie movie.
Right. Okay.
So what do you guys think about James Gunn taking over DC? Do you think it'll do good, or? I mean, I think he did a great job on Guardians, so I
Yeah.
think he'll do a good
Yeah.
job with DC.
If
I
they
just
keep him
hope
for
that
all the
he-
movies, yeah.
Yeah. I just hope that he doesn't like stick to the formula that he had while doing Guardians at the same time, where it's like a plucky superhero comedy. And he's
Oh,
able to
I
switch it up
agree.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, DC is a little more serious, I think, and let's see if he can stick to that. If he can, I think he'll hit it out of the park. But if he doesn't, I agree. I mean, if he makes it kind of comical, it won't go over well.
Yeah.
Uncle
And I
Jeff,
think that's
is there...
based on the movie too. Sorry.
Sorry to interrupt. Uncle Jeff, is there any way to just turn up your mic a little bit, like your mic gain or something?
Sure.
A little louder, please.
Is that any better? Did that work?
Not really. Just a little quiet.
Interesting.
DC should be more stoic. Scorpion, greetings and welcome, Scorpion. Welcome in, welcome in.
Yeah, like this article that I read today is titled "Can Warner Brothers Afford James Gunn's New DC Universe?" is what it says. Because they're talking about how the Flash and how these last few Black Adam and stuff didn't do very good. So, and Shazam, Fury of the Gods didn't do very good. But so they're right now, that's the big thing. Yeah, the James Gunn. They don't know if he can afford it.
You think with all these reshoots that Warner Brothers does all the time that they would be able to afford something, you know?
I know.
Hopefully Gunn makes Superman flops. What does that mean?
Sarah's not a fan of Superman? Oof. That's what it
doesn't
sounds like, but I could be
Superman?
wrong.
Yeah, I think he's saying hopefully he makes it flop.
I think with all the remakes that they're doing or all the rehashing, that they could take a break from Superman. I get that, like, you want to have the Trinity there and have that always be kind of the lead off, but you could only have so many retelling and repurposing stories of Superman, Batman. Wonder Woman's thankfully really fresh, but like, start your series off with a new hero, and I think people are kind of tired of Superman, unfortunately. Sorry, Lincoln.
Never. That's blasphemy.
I personally love Guardians of the Galaxy, like the whole series. I thought like the music, the comedy,
Oh yeah.
it was more than just the character development, you know, and the storyline. It was the whole package. So, sorry, the director, you said his name is James Gunn?
Yes.
If he can pull something off like that, like he did with Guardians, then I think we're gonna have some box office hits, Swedish. So, yeah.
I would like to see DC have some good films. I really do.
Yeah.
Because I started collecting DC back in the Silver Age, and that's who I collected first. And then I started getting into Marvel, but I would like to see some good DC movies. I think he can do it.
So what do you collect, Uncle Jeff, if you don't mind me asking? The comics or?
Yeah, comics, but I don't collect anything now. I collected back in the day. I don't like the comics today. It's digital art. I'm not into digital art, and I don't know. If you guys know, I mean, you look at the comics back in the Silver Age compared to the modern age, there's a complete difference, and I'm just not into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they completely, like, the New 52 comic book series was completely, it was thrown out because it turns out that the New 52 was actually just a made-up universe. It was a pocket universe that Dr. Manhattan created to, I guess, like, you know, just because he could. And he, at the end of the series, he ends up killing superheroes, and like they go missing, and everybody doesn't know why. It turns out Dr. Manhattan pops up. And he's like, "You guys are just like my creation."
I did not know that. Dr. Manhattan, huh? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. I got to read that. I stopped reading kind of when the New 52. I tried to get into it, and then there were just so many different comics. It's like, well, I can't buy 52 comics a month, you know, or whatever they had, you know. It's like,
sure you can. You just go broke.
Yeah, right. I was going to bring on here. I forgot to look for it, though, but I have the old comic books of Marvel versus DC when they did that back in the 80s or 90s or whatever.
Yeah.
So they had like Captain America had to fight Batman, and you know, Wonder Woman fought Thor, and like all that kind of stuff. Superman fought the Hulk, and then whoever would win, it was supposed to be that the other universe got wiped out of existence. And what they did was they had fans vote for who they thought would win on the fights. There was a couple of them that they said, well, like they're like, we're not gonna have Superman lose. DC said we're not gonna have Superman lose, and like they'll be like, Marvel was like, well, we can't have, you know, so and so lose. Like they had their you know, certain ones that, you know. But it was a good series. I was gonna bring that on here just to kind of show it, but if you get a chance to check it out. I'm sure it's on the digital sites now.
I've actually seen them. So I work for Fan Expo. I work at a comic book booth,
Nice.
and it's a big comic book booth, massive, one of Canada's largest comic book retailers, and the owner's really into comics, obviously. So he's actually bought. I'm not sure if they're covers. No, I don't think covers. Just pages of the Marvel versus DC back in I guess is the 80s, late 80s, early 90s when that was out.
Yeah, I think so.
He actually has like the originals. They weren't covers
Nice,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, but he has those.
No.
I've seen them. That's
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, mine are originals, and I found them in this little tiny comic book stores in a small town. I just went in there to buy some comics, and I was looking through. I'm like, wow, they got the whole series in like the plastic stuff. I'm like, oh, cool. But so maybe you can tell me how much they're worth there, Anne, since you work at a comic book store or a comic book booth.
I don't think he does any appraisals or anything like that.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, he
okay.
buys for his own personal collection.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah. He mainly just does new stuff. But he buys for his personal collection. But it's so cool. The pages for like comic books are massive, right? They're big pages. How they're printed. And you can see, and like at these like Fan Expo, Comic-Con, they usually have a lot of artists that come to do signings. So that's why a lot of people bring their comics in, right? Is because they go to get them signed by the artist. So it's pretty cool to kind of see it come full circle. And you get to even see like the rough, like they'll do it in pencil and then like ink on top type of thing. You can kind of see all of that depending on who the artist was, how they do the drawings. So it's pretty cool. Lincoln, you touched upon a good thing there with Marvel versus DC. Let's say you had the Hulk versus Superman and they were fighting. Who do you think would win, chat?
Well, I know who won in the comic book.
Well,
I've got
don't give
an
it away
idea
if that's
who
it.
wins.
Pardon?
I've got an idea of who wins. I don't know as much as Uncle Jeff does.
It is it's unique because the Hulk keeps getting stronger and stronger, right? Every time he gets hit or whatever, he gets stronger and stronger. I know somebody said at one time, well, couldn't Superman just throw him into outer space or throw him into the sun? But Superman doesn't kill. So he's not going to kill the Hulk. And that would be his only weakness about that.
And at that, we know that Superman can die at least temporarily.
Right.
And actually, the Hulk can survive in space.
He can survive?
Ken?
Yes, Hulk
That's
can
what I
survive in
figured.
space, and he heals so quickly, it's almost instantaneous.
So, like, what if they throw him in the sun?
I don't know.
I mean,
Burn it, man. It's just burn
it's
it.
never come up, but
I mean, Deadpool actually killed the Hulk once. And I had this book. It's called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. And he kills like every single superhero in the Marvel Universe in like unique ways. And what he did was he just basically followed the Hulk until he fell asleep and turned into Bruce Banner and then chopped off his head.
See, I got questions about that, man, because in the first Avengers movie, Banner talks about trying to shoot himself, basically,
Yeah.
and how he eats the bullet, but then turns into Hulk and spits it right back out.
Because he turned so fast. Like
Yeah.
instantaneously he turned into the Hulk. Yeah. But if he's sleeping, he wouldn't know it's coming.
I guess
Yeah.
good point.
That was a cool book too. If you get a chance, you'll have to read that. How he figures out how to kill Thor and all those guys.
I haven't read it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's just like a one-off thing, and then yeah, it's just cool what happens at the end. You'd love it.
I think also Deadpool just non-canonically is OP.
Right? Because he knows he's in a comic book. That's his whole thing.
exactly.
He knows that he's like, this isn't reality. So, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, the Hulk and Superman. I think that would be more of a what's that called when a immovable object meets a unstoppable force or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's a stalemate probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd probably be a battle that'd go on forever.
I agree.
But I think the Hulk is vulnerable to magic because they had the Hulk family fight Zeus. I think it was Zeus. It was Zeus and like Hera and all the like basically the major gods of Greek mythology, and Hercules was basically saying, hey, like if you want to like solve your, I think he had like a sickness or something. He wanted to not be the Hulk anymore. So he tried to climb Mount Olympus, but every time he got to the top, like everybody would just completely destroy this guy, and he would end up like, you know, a skull and bones on the bottom of Mount Olympus, and he'd be like, and then he'd climb up again and try to do it, but it turns out like he couldn't defeat the gods. So, well, not all of them at the same time. So he ends up, I think, giving up and asking Hercules, like, you know, can you help me out here? And Hercules is like, sorry, man, like, I don't know what to do here.
You know, it's interesting you brought up Hercules because I was reading an article the other day, and there was talking about rankings and comparisons in Marvel, and they actually knocked Hulk down to second and put Hercules number one as the strongest Marvel character.
Really?
Yeah, and that could be something that just changed. I don't know, but I read it and I was like, really? Okay.
It was probably because of that Hulk family, like string of comics there, because he couldn't defeat the gods. So I mean,
Yeah.
Hercules is part god, so
He is.
That's why.
That's cool.
I don't
Herc
know.
is half, right? He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the story, basically the story of most religions. Half man, half god, born out of a human wife and a god. So, yeah.
Father. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so chat, or panel, what's one character, either Marvel, DC, or Greek mythology, any character, that you have always kind of been interested in and would love to see a movie made out of? Who would you like to see? What story would you like to see be brought into, turned into a movie?
Mine's happened already. That was Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu.
That was a good one.
I thought it was a very good movie. I just wish I'm the kind of guy that likes to see everything be exactly like the comic. It doesn't necessarily look like Shang-Chi, but the story was good. I was satisfied with the story.
I feel like that was one of the better Marvel stories to
It
be
was.
turned into a movie in a while too. And I'll do everything short of fanboy for Marvel, but some of their stuff just isn't up to par with like the original series of movies that came out. And then Shang-Chi came out, and I was like, all right, this is it. Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, they did a good job with Shang-Chi. I collected every one of those comics.
Did you?
I actually sold the first one. Someone offered me $650 before the movie came out for my issue 15, and I sold it to them. So
Nice. Yeah,
Nice,
I would have did
dude.
that.
I paid what for it back in the day? 35 cents.
$1.50 or yeah, maybe
Yeah.
even that. Yeah.
Back in the 70s, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I made bank on it. It's fine.
Nice.
You offer me money like that, I'll part with it.
How about you, Sith?
What was the question?
If like a character that you've seen in comics or Greek mythology or something like that that you would like to eventually see maybe them bring into like these universes as a movie.
I think Supergirl or Wonder Woman's protege. I think it was Wonder Girl.
Wonder Girl.
I think I would want to see like the newer Justice League, you know, come into play. I think it's Young Justice now. They call him Young Justice.
Yeah.
So I would like to see the Young Justice because everything is played out. Like everybody was saying, you just see Superman all the time. You see different versions of Batman. DC's already played out almost every version of Batman there is. I would like to see new characters, like the new Blue Beetle. When that comes out,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch that because Blue Beetle was he was a world destroyer, and he has the power of Superman basically. So
But he's a
think,
kid, so he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's a kid. But he's Young Justice as well. And in the Injustice series, he fights Superman, I believe, like in the game, in the video game universe. He fights Superman while I think Robin turns bad, and Robin, like you have what's the fire guy? Who's the fire guy that
Firestorm.
Firestorm. Yeah.
Firestorm. So Firestorm fights Robin, and it was a whole thing. But eventually they all get out, and they have to fight Brainiac. Brainiac is overpowered as well because he can think like 10 steps ahead of any character out there and find their weakness like that.
Speaking of the Blue Beetle,
Girl.
yeah, I'm a big Supergirl fan too, by the way. But speaking of the Blue Beetle, that my choice would be, I don't know, you probably know this because you like Blue Beetle, but a Booster Gold movie I think would be hilarious.
Oh yeah,
I just love Booster
Absolutely.
Gold, and he teams up with Blue Beetle I think a lot. Yeah, so maybe they'll have a cameo of him or something. That'd be nice.
Maybe.
He's been dying to
Speaking
get in
of-
here.
Nice.
This came. I heard him like come burst again. I was like, oh, he's ready. He wants the spotlight.
He's ridiculous. So funny.
Do any of you guys like Justice Society? Nah.
I haven't-
Yes, but I don't. I'm not old enough to have like grown up with it, to be honest. So I like what I know about it, but current
Did I-
Justice League.
Did I give away my age?
I'm probably close to your age too.
So
Oh,
so wait, back up. As like a layman here, okay, because I read the comics. The guy who owns his comic book store has some original Justice Society comics. Justice League is before. No, Justice Society is before Justice League. This was the makings of Justice League, correct?
Yes. In Justice Society, though, the only gripe that I have with it is that Wonder Woman was just a secretary, and she was like, they didn't even expand on her powers. They gave her nothing, basically.
But in DC, isn't there Earth 1 and Earth 2, and isn't Justice Society on
Mhm.
Earth 2? Is that right?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so. DC is interesting for the fact that they really lean into the multiverse a lot, especially nowadays. So I grew up thinking, or at least knowing, that Justice Society came before, but then you have this Crisis on Infinite Earths that's happened on TV, and everything's happening at once. You've got the Titans in one universe, you've got the Arrowverse and the Flashverse, or whatever CW's calling it, in one. So it gets really convoluted and complicated to figure out where the timeline falls.
And they went to Smallville, and Tom Welling was there. That was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I wonder
That's
what
the
happened
thing.
to their universe. Because they were getting erased, right? Everything got
Yeah.
erased, and then they
Yeah.
could only restore a couple worlds. And some superheroes on some of the worlds got defeated before the erase. So I wonder what happened to all the other, Earths.
Well, didn't Green Arrow, didn't somebody use the book to recreate it or something? That book that they had that could write anything.
Oh, yeah, I
But they
think
made
that
it
was
into
Green Arrow.
supposedly, and he became the Spectre or whatever. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh yeah.
And he became and he created the one Earth, but I guess there is a couple other ones out there now too that they've been kind of hinting at, because I think the Superman and Lois one are kind of on a different one too, but because there's a new Lex Luthor in this movie or this TV show. But yeah, so they really they're going everywhere with it.
And I don't think the Flash movie helped that, to be honest.
Right.
Because again, they showcased a bunch of different multiverses, and Ezra Miller appears in the Flash series on TV.
Yeah, that
So
was
it's like, wait,
awesome.
is this the same? Is it not? It was great, but it gets really confusing.
Yep.
I understand that there's two separate parties that play with that, but I wish there was some sort of congruency with that, because
Yeah.
some of these worlds did get brought back, some of them didn't. Some of them are movies, some of them aren't. Some of them just exist in the comics, some of them exist in our head, some of them exist back 10 years ago. It's really nuts.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool though. Like the Flash from the TV show gave the Flash from the movie his name because he didn't have a name yet, and he said he was the Flash. He goes, "Oh, that's a cool name. I like that name." So that was kind of unique.
Okay. Gertie Gurley asked a great question. I really didn't mention what I would like to see, which character I would like to see turned into a movie or something. That's a good question, Gertie Gurley, because I would have liked to see Rocket turned into it, and then with the last, I don't think this is a spoiler really, with the last Guardians movie, Rocket was the focus of the movie, and you kind of see the backstory about Rocket, where he came from, what is kind of events in his life that has shaped him to be, you know, the little raccoon that he is today, and that would have been my guess, and it actually came true. But because I love, out of all of the Guardians movies, I liked Rocket's personality the most. I thought he was funniest. I'd like to see Groot. Maybe Groot now. We all we all wonder with Groot. So yeah, maybe Groot. I'd like to see a little backstory with Groot.
Yeah, Groot's pretty overpowered too. If now you think about it, though, right? And like he takes a while to grow again, but I mean, he can't really die. Yeah.
Well, you wonder what his powers are like, because at the end of the last Guardians, did you see him in that last scene? He was huge.
Yeah.
Like what when he was small, what he was capable of was crazy. So I can only imagine what his full potential is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It'd be interesting
I
to
think
find out.
his name. Well, technically his comic book name is King Groot, right? Or is it King Groot?
Yeah, I think so.
Because he has the crown, the wooden
Mhm.
crown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right.
Interesting. So question, guy panel. Who is the most powerful hero or villain in the Marvel universe? We've really touched a lot on, villains and heroes in DC, but what about in Marvel? What would you say in Marvel? Who's the most powerful hero or villain?
There's a big debate on that, and it's to me, well, from what I've read, it's narrowed down to the Hulk, Thor, and Thanos. So I'm adding the villain there, but and a lot of the comics, Thor usually ends up beating the Hulk, and he's one of the only heroes that can beat Thanos. So I guess you'd have to say Thor, and he's a god. So
He is God.
Yeah. Speaking of Thor, quick sidebar: if Wonder Woman fought Thor, who would win? They're both part god.
I know.
Yeah.
That's right.
I gotta go Thor. Just because he can fry her. You have a good physical fight, and at the end of the day, when you're tired of her, you just call down the lightning.
She's
But-
Zeus's daughter, though. She can control
Right.
lightning. She can
Can
absorb
she?
it. Yeah.
I didn't know she was. I thought she was Hades' daughter.
No,
or at least-
it's Zeus.
No? Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm learning
Yeah.
stuff.
You want to know in the comic books what happened?
By all means, I definitely have an answer for Anne's question, but I would love to know actually.
Okay, I'll just throw it in here. Well, Wonder Woman wins because she's able to pick up the hammer, Thor's hammer, and then she gets the power of Thor along with her, and so then she defeats Thor, but she doesn't kill him or whatever. But yeah,
Right.
So-
Yeah.
That's
Well, that makes sense.
crazy.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. That's unfortunate for Thor, man. Ooh. I couldn't have my own weapon used against me by another god. I just get killed. I'd be like, man, I quit. I'm going home. Whatever. You can have the damn hammer. In regards to the question that Anne asked, I would say I don't think there's a strong case, but I think there's a good case for the Beyonder. I think he's defeatable. He's beatable is a better word, but I think there's a good case for the Beyonder to be in that talk of most powerful villain or superhero from Marvel. Just because he's able to kind of warp reality and he can make whatever he wants happen. So that's pretty hard to overcome.
It's true.
I would say that, okay, so hear me out on this one. Odin had to lock away Hela, right? Because she draws power from where are they from? Asgard. So Odin actually defeated everybody that was like basically he put his death is why people got crazy in the Marvel universe. They started to say, hey, we're gonna expand now because the kingdom of Asgard is like they lost their superhero basically, their god. And once that happened, Thanos was like, okay, I'm gonna go take over what's Earth's realm called?
Midgard.
Midgard.
Okay, Midgard. So he's like, I'm gonna go take Midgard. And Odin had to seal away Hela because she drew too much power and she could overpower Odin. So if the prophecy wasn't fulfilled and Hela had to die from the other god, who's the I'm sorry, I'm forgetting names here, but the god that killed her, if that prophecy, if that wasn't fulfilled, then Hela would be the most powerful, I think, super villain in the Marvel universe.
Sturridge there has a good point. Wolverine, like,
With the
I
stones?
mean, can he even die? Well, he says with like if Wolverine had the Infinity Stones, and basically anybody would
with
be
the Infinity
most
Stones.
powerful.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, Wolverine can't die either, though, right? Like, I mean, until he gets old, I guess. But I mean,
I
Maybe
think
he got
Magneto makes a
adamantium
case for
poisoning.
being able to kill him. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's also
Yeah.
that.
What did you say? Sorry, Seth?
He got adamantium poisoning, and he ends up dying. Old man Wolverine ends up dying that way.
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the Marvel comics, just the movies.
X-Men's pretty good. But, okay, so Wolverine with the stones, maybe not.
Logan
Do
is
we
a
put-
good movie.
It is. It is
Yeah, that is a good movie.
way different from a lot of the X-Men movies in the fact that it deals with
Completely.
something that like isn't real but can be real if this
Mhm.
were like a real life thing.
I didn't like it as much. I don't know why, but I'm not a huge comic book buff. But just as a watcher, as a movie watcher, because it was so different, I think, than all of the other X-Men movies, it didn't hit the same way.
What about the villain from Guardians 3? Or one of the villains, the guy that was supposed to technically, I think in the comic books, he's the one that gets the Infinity Gauntlet.
The merchant guy who...
No, it's in the comic books. They give it to that guy that was gold in the
Yeah.
The
third
gold
Adam
Guardian.
Warlock?
Oh, Adam.
Yeah,
Warlock.
yeah, Adam Warlock. I think he ends up because he's like a good guy or something, and they said he was the only one that could have it and not, have it make him want to, all powerful or whatever, that want him to take over the world or whatever. I thought I read some because I have that book, but I thought he was pretty tough.
Adam
pretty
Warlock
strong.
is tough.
Yeah.
Extremely powerful.
And isn't there a planet
Good
eater guy?
win.
A what?
Oh,
Galactus.
Galactus.
Yeah,
Galactus.
he's
planet
got to be one of the
eater.
powerful. Yeah,
Yes.
you can eat a planet.
And Silver Surfer used to work for him to save his own planet. That's why he became his servant, and he went around hunting down planets for Galactus. And then when he found Earth, he had a little conflict with Fantastic Four, and I forget the backstory on that one about how they end up saving Earth. But yeah, Galactus.
I think I know it. And it's similar to what happens in there's a Disney cartoon called The Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And Uncle Jeff tells me if this sounds familiar, but in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers, they end up working together with all the Marvel superheroes and they fight off the Heralds that at this point aren't the Silver Surfer, but a bunch of different ones like Parallax and like 3 others. But they end up transporting Galactus to a different like universe where
That's right.
his energy can be sustained by that
Yes.
universe, and that's how they defeat
Mhm.
him, which seems super simple in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
right.
So I'm not sure if that's what happened with the Fantastic Four comic, but I gotta imagine that's pretty close to it.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's been a while since I read that backstory.
Well, now Marvel has the rights back to Fantastic Four and X-Men, so that'll be interesting. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's hope someone can do justice for the Fantastic Four for the third time.
right, right, yeah.
Well, with the new Deadpool movie, we'll be able to see. I think hopefully, the Dark Phoenix also mixed in with the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, really?
Scarlet Witch was confirmed to be one of the villains in the new Deadpool movie, but if X-Men are in there, then the Dark Phoenix is a very good possibility. And who would
Well-
win between those two?
Oh, that's a good question.
Dark
I
Phoenix
did hear-
and the Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is supposed to be very, very powerful, and so is
Yes.
Phoenix. So
Yes, it'd be a good battle.
yeah, it
That's
would.
another
I-
Hulk
Oh,
versus
yeah.
Superman type situation.
Yeah. And they're both red, so I mean.
Does anybody follow Ryan Reynolds on like Twitter or anything like that, or Instagram? Because him and I know him and Hugh Jackman have been hinting that Hugh Jackman might be in the new Deadpool movie.
I
Oh, it's
heard something
confirmed.
about that.
Oh, is it confirmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like leaked
They-
screenshots of like them shooting footage.
Oh, that'll be
Oh.
cool.
Yeah. There's a video of him actually fighting Deadpool in the classic Wolverine suit on a beach.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Or it's like in a
Oh.
desert or something.
Oh, pretty awesome.
I like
That
the
might be
comedy in Deadpool. I think he's funny.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah. And I think adding Logan to that is just gonna bring like a really different like depth to it because it almost becomes like a buddy cop film without them being cops.
All right.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good way of putting it. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, any other questions? Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. With the loss of characters gone like Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, and now Star-Lord, do you think the Marvel Universe will struggle in popularity? Everyone's dying. Everyone's dying off.
Yeah, like I mean, Star-Lord didn't die, but didn't he retire or something? Like, so he's not going to be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movies if they do one or whatever. He might make cameos here and there, but yeah, I mean, you get rid of Captain America, Iron Man, like these are the main ones. They're getting rid of all the main ones. So now, I'm just wondering if these new guys that are coming up are going to be as popular with the, you know, the crowd if they don't have a Captain America or a Iron Man or they'll have new people playing them, right? Or like new people will be like the next Iron Man, like, or the next Captain America.
So I think with the introduction of TV shows on the side that they've been doing, like Miss Marvel, for example, where they're starting to kind of push her to the forefront as, I don't even want to say like a B-list superhero, but like a C-list, because I didn't know about her until probably 5 or 6 years ago when they were circulating new cartoons out and they were introducing these people. They did the same thing with Falcon back in the 90s where they pushed him, same with Hawkeye, and you're going to have this continuous stream of heroes that are being pushed to the forefront as other heroes die off. So I think that that's something to kind of consider. And I see DC doing this a lot too, but I don't think they do it enough. And I think if you're looking at like a DC versus Marvel, which franchise is going to hold more popularity with new people being introduced, I see that going Marvel's way for that
Okay.
reason.
That's a good point. Anne's
I think the
dancing over there.
opposite.
I wasn't going to call her out.
Meow. One question Saturn had asked me a little while back in chat. Who are my favorite characters? Okay, I love the comedy of Deadpool. I like Rocket. I think Rocket is great too. Groot is cute. Obviously, we don't know he's OP. We don't know his powers. Like, he doesn't say much. He's a tree of very few words. Okay. But I do like the comedy of Deadpool. I do like Rocket. Catwoman. I'm a kind of a villain lover. Poison Ivy, Catwoman. There's like a certain. I do like villains for some reason. I'm drawn to them, just because you don't really know. Do they mean well, and they're just like, and they just come off as bad, like deep down, like like they're more than just one-dimensional. That's what I like about a villain. There's layers to a villain. Whereas sometimes I feel like the protagonist is just, one-dimensional and just, yeah, he's a great superhero, but I want to know more. I want to know, like, the life story. I want to know, like, he's got to have evil thoughts in there. Everyone has a little good and a bad, a little yin and
Not
yang,
Superman.
There's got to
Not
be,
Superman.
I want both. I want the devil and the angel on both shoulders. I want that conflict in life because I think that's real life. That's real. That's what, things that people experience. So I think some villains are just deep down evil, I guess. But some are kind of, you kind of feel like they mean well at times and maybe they just don't, they don't, what's the word? They mean well, but it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah. Like Lex Luthor. Like he thinks he's saving the world because there's an alien invasion and he doesn't want these aliens to come here and take over. If Superman was bad, he'd take over the world, right? So he thinks he's doing it well, but he does it at such, fiendish ways and manipulates and all that kind of stuff. And he's greedy and stuff, but he's one of those because isn't he supposed to be like one of the smartest people in the DC universe, I think? Highest IQ or something, Lex Luthor. Yeah. So he has to defeat. He has the best chance of defeating Superman because he thinks up of ways to, kill Superman. So, but I agree with you, Ann.
Follow up to that, do you have a favorite villain?
I am partial to Catwoman. I do like Catwoman.
Fair.
I heard something, and I thought this would be a great topic of conversation. DC Batman. Is he maybe a little bit of a villain too, and he doesn't know it? Or no?
I don't know if he's a villain, but he does have a dark side.
Yeah.
He's a vigilante. Yeah.
He's a vigilante.
He's breaking the law. He's breaking the law, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, by definition, they're all breaking the law because they're not trained police. Which is, I mean, it's tough to say, but like, Superman Clark Kent is technically a citizen. He's doing citizen's arrest, and they're just letting him get away with it because what are you gonna do?
But doesn't Superman like kind of work for the government in a way? Like, he says that he's a citizen of the world, but he never kills. And he doesn't really like. That's one thing weird about Superman. Like he doesn't really stop like small crimes. He kind of just sits back until there's like a big, huge disaster, and then he comes and helps out. Where Batman is, taking out people on the street every day, like he's just roaming the streets and taking the law into his own hands and stuff. But
essentially assaulting people.
True.
Yeah.
They should do one where they get sued or something for assault.
I've always wondered what happens when like anything with these superhero happens where like Batman swoops down and he beats a guy like robbing some old lady of her purse and he breaks his arm. Like, does Batman pay for this guy's medical bills? Do the Power Rangers end up like paying for the city damages they caused?
Power Rangers?
What happened?
Yeah.
I need answers on that. If anyone at chat knows what happens with that type of stuff, please fill me in.
They've done that though. They've done that in stuff where like Superman's fighting or the superheroes are doing something and they like take down like if you saw was it the Man of Steel, right, when he's fighting Zod? I remember watching it with my mom. My mom loves to watch these movies with me, by the way. She's like 70 years old, but she's watching it and she's like, look at they destroyed the whole city of Metropolis. Like the buildings are just falling everywhere as these two people fight, and I'm like, how many people had to have died and all that stuff, It's insane.
Because insurance doesn't cover that.
No, they destroyed a whole city.
Yeah, but I guess one of my favorite villains would be I like Catwoman. I am a fan of Batman, the whole Batman series. For some reason, I like Poison Ivy. I like Catwoman. I like Batman. I like Penguin. I like Batman.
What do you-
say that's probably my favorite.
What do you think of Harley Quinn?
I think Harley Quinn too.
Yeah.
I think she's
New
misunderstood.
cosplay?
Yeah, I think that definitely could be a new cosplay. But you know what? It's so played out. Like at all these fan expos and stuff, the amount of Harley
Yeah.
Quinns that you see. But I do like Harley Quinn. I'm a fan, and I feel like I could be a good Harley Quinn. Gotham Knights had pretty good sales. Brandon, I
Gotham
wish you could
Knights is
come
a fun
on,
game.
Brandon. Should I try one more time for you, Brandon? Gotham Knights, yeah. What were you saying, A-OK?
It was a fun game. So I ended up playing that on stream, and that was a lot of fun to go through. It was like really easy combat system with a really good story. And I'll try to dance around this one, but if anyone wants to kind of leak a little bit more info about it, they go through a couple of different storylines at the same time. There's a few, but like two of the main branching ones are the Court of Owls and what you do when Batman's dead as like his proteges. So it's a lot of fun to kind of go through that and deal with like the citizens and the city, and again a real life aspect of what happens when like your hero is gone, who protects the city, and then as your father figure dies, what do you do to kind of carry on his legacy and pick up the pieces?
Kind of like the TV show Succession.
I've been hearing a lot about this. I've got to watch the show at this point because like you're the third
That's
person to
awesome.
bring that up around me.
I'm on the last episode, and I almost missed an appointment today because I'm like, I have to finish watching this episode, but I'm like, oh, I'll finish it later. But I'm like,
Yeah.
It's so good. So good.
What about you, panel? What's your favorite series? You have to have a favorite. I think Uncle Jeff, you touched upon that one that you already mentioned. You said that it already came to fruition. The movie already came out or whatever.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite?
And- well, my favorite, as far as movies, or are we talking series?
Whatever you want. What's your
But
favorite?
there
in
is a
general?
series that I really enjoyed, and I wasn't a big fan of this guy, but did you guys watch Moon Knight?
Yes.
I watched half of it. I need to
didn't
go back
like
and
it?
watch it again. I don't know. It just didn't catch my. I mean, the premise is good and stuff. I didn't really know too much about him, but I just kind of got lost a little bit. I'll need to go back and watch it again. I think I'd like it, but yeah.
Well, I never really collected him, but I just thought the series was well done. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
It's an interesting kind of like story with some kind of Disney whimsy, I would say. He's supposed to be the Batman to DC's Batman, so that's his answer to it. It's a lot of fun, I'd say. It's worth watching.
Is it? Okay.
And I like Loki also. I thought
Oh
Loki
yeah,
was good.
Loki's good. Yeah.
Loki, yeah.
The next series is actually getting ready to come out. The next
I like
season.
that all those things tie into the movie universe too.
Mhm.
That's what's cool. Like I wish DC would have. Like I don't know why they didn't do that because DC, they're like the Flash series, the Arrowverse, all those were doing great. Like they went on for, 6 seasons, 5, 6 seasons, whatever. Everybody liked them, and then they're like, well, let's get all new actors to play the movie things of them. It's like why people like these guys because they're TV actors and not movie actors, I guess. But I don't know. I think because the CW shows with the superheroes, they do a good. I don't know. Is it Jeff Johns or something that does it, or I
I
forget
think
who
so.
he's one of the creators or whatever of it. Berlanti, I think. Greg Berlanti, I think, directs a lot of them or whatever. But
I think, and this goes back to kind of something that Sirius said earlier, that I think he said Marvel ends up borrowing a lot from DC. And there's a video that I watched from Variant Comics on YouTube where he talks about like how they both borrow from each other depending on what it is. I think in this instance, Marvel borrowed from DC when they saw all these superhero shows happening, and they're like, "This is cool. We can do it better." And they had the foresight to kind of like do the same thing, but like expand and make sure that it all kind of interconnected and got directors and producers that were willing to work with each other on that versus DC that said, hey, let's do a bunch of these things and not have it like really be connected. I don't think they got connected like that until Flash and Arrow kind of started working together, which is unfortunate because that was a lot of fun, but
yeah,
Could have started that sooner.
Yeah. Yeah, the crossovers were awesome. I thought on TV.
I hear Daredevil is going to be coming soon. So
A new.
rumor.
Oh, really? The same guy too,
Rumor.
right?
Yes.
Yep.
Because he's been on like She-Hulk.
Yes.
That was cool.
Yes. Yeah, that was. I actually enjoyed She-Hulk.
I did too.
A lot of people griped about it, but I like it when it's just like the comic, and that's how the comic is. I mean, I didn't collect it or anything. My sisters collected She-Hulk, so, but it was no different. It was right
Yeah.
on.
I like that she learned how to control it like almost instantly,
Mhm.
and Bruce Banner's like, "What? What?
Yeah,
How
I
are you
know.
doing this?"
Leave it to a
It took
lady.
me forever to do that.
Right, right.
She-Hulk
So,
was
Ann,
fun.
what about you?
Right.
What about you in terms of like a series that like you either liked or that you want to see happen? I don't know if you got a chance to get that from me earlier.
Oh, I said, so it would have been Rocket, but
Right.
that happened with Guardians. And I'm interested in seeing Groot. I mean, he's a tree of very few words, but hey, I think he's OP, and Groot would be cool. And then, who else did I say? Daredevil. I like Daredevil. Who else? What series would I like to see? What character would I like to see kind of play out? I feel like I don't really know many characters. I mean, maybe a show on Harley Quinn. That'd be cool, maybe. Or like if
The new-
Catwoman could have her own show, like a whole like background story about Catwoman or Harley Quinn
Yeah.
or
Have any of you guys watched the Harley Quinn cartoon on is it on
Max.
Well, HBO Max?
Yeah,
Not for
I've been
kids.
watching
Yeah,
it.
Max, something like
It comes
that.
out every Thursday.
Yeah, not for kids, but I think Anne might like that one. 'Cause it's got Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, and it's
well,
just
I do
it's
like
hilarious.
Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I do. Yeah, I might be down.
You guys watch the Valentine's episode on that?
I haven't seen that yet. That's like I'm still like halfway through like the second season, I think.
It's a hilarious show, or it's a hilarious episode. You're gonna be like, they really did that. They really went there. Oh my goodness, it's great.
Well, it's the actress that was in The Big Bang Theory. She does the voice of Harley Quinn, and there she
Yeah.
does a really good job.
Would that be Kelly Kuko?
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting. Welcome back, Will. Harley Quinn is on my Netflix list, but I haven't started it yet. Oh, and that reminds me, Loki, Uncle Jeff. That TV series Loki, I started to watch it, but I started to get bored around like episode 3 or something. I couldn't finish it.
Really?
Yeah. Wasn't for me. I don't know why. I like the concept behind Loki, but I got bored watching it. I couldn't finish it.
Well, it was a lot of like he was jumping around to different universes and stuff too, right?
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Hard to follow in that sense, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So, oh, go ahead.
No, I had a question. Go for it. I can wait.
Oh, I was just gonna. We'll go. You do your question first. I'll do mine later. Go ahead.
So, speaking of series that are hard to get into, how did everybody feel about the Gotham Knights TV series that CW put out? If
Never
you
watched it.
Never even
Never
watched
watched
it.
it.
It didn't even look interesting.
That's why I got canceled right away.
Is it canceled? I thought they got renewed
Oh,
for
no.
season 2.
No, I'm pretty sure it got canceled.
Yeah, that makes. I watched the whole thing, and that makes a lot of sense.
Because that's the one with the guy from Supernatural, right? He plays
Yes.
Two-Faced or whatever.
Yeah.
Misha Collins or something. like
Misha
that.
Collins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, it is such a weird, like, again, another take on like the Court of Owls storyline and the death of Batman. And it features a bunch of people that you don't get to again see. So you have character for spoiler who's Stephanie Brown. You've got a couple of other sidekicks that show up, and then you've got an entirely new son of Batman named Turner Hayes. That's made up just for the show, and it makes kind of like little to no sense in the Batman lore. So it's like, this is really rough to watch.
Yeah, I think I like Titans better on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Like, because that's kind of the same way. I mean, Batman's still alive, but he's like retired or whatever. So Nightwing kind of took over. But that's another one too that gets pretty dark and pretty violent. That had the Wonder Girl in it though. So wasn't that you, Sith, that said you would like to see a Wonder Girl?
This is amazing.
Yeah, on Titans they had her on there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Lincoln,
Oh,
thank
wow.
you for the 5 gifted, Lincoln. Woohoo! He just, as he's
Sneaky
talking,
man.
he's
I'm
just
Superman. I did it really quick. You didn't even see it.
the blink of an eye. Right? Awesome. Thank you.
They did that on Titans. Go ahead. I was just saying they did that with. Speaking of Titans, they did that too. Where the guy, the what's his name, the animal guy, Beast Boy, was hopping through dimensions, and he looks over and he sees the Flash from the CW on one. I think he sees some characters from the movie universe, and then he ends up falling into the Stargirl CW show, and like talking to her. Yeah, like they're bringing. Yeah, they were bringing the CW shows into Titans, so that was kind of cool. Okay, sorry.
I saw Will said something. Batman has a son now. Is that?
Yeah.
What is that? He does.
Yeah. So Batman, I guess at this point has like 2 adopted sons that I can think of, which would in this case be Turner Hayes and Dick Grayson. And then there's Damian Wayne, his actual biological son.
Yeah.
Who was raised by
Talia al Ghul.
Yeah, and Ra's al Ghul. So he's kind of a assassin bad guy, and then Batman takes him in and has to kind of try to say, you can't just go kill people. You got to stop doing that.
He's like a weird murderous brat.
Right.
Who's the mama? Who's the baby mama?
What was her name?
Talia
Talia?
al Ghul.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's daughter of this Ra's al Ghul, who's basically a guy that has lived forever or something. He's got this fountain that can keep bringing people back to life or something like that, I think.
Ooh, Fountain of
Yeah.
Eternal Youth.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's a series of animated movies based on, and it's from the New 52, I believe, where you kind of get introduced to Damian Wayne as his son, and you see the progression of like him learning justice versus murder pretty much, and how to be like a better Robin. He's being taught by Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Bruce Wayne, Batman, and you see the progression of that along with like Titans, and kind of see him sort of mature into that. And you get a sense of like what happens when his actual son is charged with taking up his mantle until he comes back around. And it's really interesting because he goes from, again, murderous brat to like kind of respectable Robin.
So Will's asking if Batman knows Arrow. Oh yeah, they know the Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Both
Philanthropist
billionaires.
playboys.
That's one thing cool about the Green Arrow. Speaking of that, is that he's basically a hero for the lower class, right? Like he's like trying to get rid of like a lot of. He's very political and very like they always made fun of it where Green Lantern was more of the conservative and Green Arrow was more of the liberal, you know, like, and that's where they were getting into like during the 70s and stuff, where they would team up and they'd have these conflicts and stuff of stuff that was going on in the world. So that was kind of cool series.
Flair's coming in saying DC is better at animated films, while Marvel is great with live action. Ooh, everyone's nodding their head.
I
Flair.
agree.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
definitely true.
DC has
I
some
feel like-
amazing animation.
Right.
I feel like that
Except-
would have been the hot button to start off right off the bat if we talked about it.
Yep,
Right.
I knew it was gonna come up at some point. Yeah.
But I do love the live action TV shows of DC. I think they did a really good job. But the movies, yeah, they just can't. Besides, like Wonder Woman did really well, but I think that's the only one that really did, outstanding in the box office.
Yeah.
You know?
Wonder Woman also cameoed in almost all the DC movies too. She was like what was holding up the entire DC universe.
Right, we gotta get Wonder Woman in here.
Yeah.
She kind of plays the Nick Fury part of bringing them all together in this instance, which is really cool.
But now she's gone too. They're all gone. They all got fired.
Unfortunately, I hope that they bring back Supergirl though, Sasha Calle, because
she was
she's
good.
technically from another universe, and they have the new Supergirl movie coming out, and James Gunn's going to be directing that. I think it's slotted for like 2026. So I don't know.
Yeah, by then, that's the thing. I don't know how they're gonna do. They'll probably go through so many actors. They'll either quit or they can't, whatever. But I am interested in seeing what they're gonna do with Supergirl. It was cool in that movie because I don't know if you read the comic book part of Flashpoint, where it was actually Superman that had been captured, and he was just like kept in this cage, and he was just like this wafy, like sick person, and they let him go. So just basically like what happened on the movie. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Did you mention anything about David Corenswet? He's the new Superman.
I should look him up. I want to see what he looks like.
Yeah, let's look him up right now. And he kind of resembles Henry Cavill.
AOK says the recent Spider-Man games were pretty fun. I think that's been their best shot at video games in their last 10 years or so. Oh, because Brendan was saying that DC are really good with doing video games.
Yeah, DC video games have had it on Marvel for a minute, I think. Avengers video game was like a cool concept, but there's just a lot that fell to the wayside. Spider-Man, both the original and the Miles Morales story were a lot of fun to just play through. I couldn't get into the Batman Arkham Asylum games just to kind of graze over that, but Gotham Knights is a lot of fun for all the glitches that it had as well. Looking at like Guardians of the Galaxy, I think that is also another one that kind of holds up to, if we're going to compare which side has like good game versus good game, that's a pretty fun one to go through just for the concept of what it is and their timing of it, honestly.
I played the Arkham series. I thought the Arkham series was kind of cool. Like the part where supposedly the Joker is supposed to be dying and stuff like that. And all that. I thought the storyline was really good in those. I didn't play the last one though. And Arkham Knight got really kind of long. I already knew who, like by reading the comic books, I already knew who this was going to be at the end,
Yeah.
But,
The AOK, what did you mean by their timing? By like the release date, you mean?
Yes. So the Guardians of the Galaxy video game came out in between the second and third Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And I think there was a lot of hype around it just because it was in a boom period for the Guardians in general. They're in everything. They're in, the Avengers movies. They've got their own movies. They're got the Christmas special. And it would not, I don't think that if you did it after the third Guardians movie, that it would have had as much popularity as it did.
As big of an impact,
really
yeah.
well timed.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Siraj says, cast yourself as Marvel characters. So if you could play a Marvel superhero, what would you play? What would you want to be?
I'd be the Thing.
The Thing.
I just love his personality. Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
He's just fun.
And he's the only one that basically his powers made him into a freak. The other ones are like, oh yeah, I can still be normal or whatever. But he was like, this is what I look like now.
I'm a big guy, so I'm gonna go with Hulk.
There you go.
Hulk. Nice.
What about you, Sith?
Who's the guy that flies into the sun in the new what was it called? Where they were all sent from they're robots basically sent from. I forgot the movie's name. The Eternals. The Eternals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So who's the guy that flew into the sun? What was that guy's name?
Was,
I would like
was
to
he
see
like?
him.
Icarus, I think.
Icarus? Yeah.
Well, he did fly too close to
Yeah.
the sun, right? That's how he lost his wings, or something in the
Yeah.
Greek mythology, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Because he's like Superman, right? He's kind of like Superman. He's got
I think
laser
so.
vision. He's super strong.
Right. How about you,
He's
Anne?
just evil.
Who's
We asked the question: if you could cast yourself, well, Siraj wanted to know if you could cast yourself as a Marvel superhero, who would you want to be?
Marvel superhero.
Yeah.
Or
villain.
Spider-Gwen? Is that Marvel?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna ask you that, like, if you would like to see a Spider-Gwen movie.
Oh my god, someone said to me
Yeah.
that I should get a Spider-Gwen onesie and get a Spider-Man. Lexi should get one too. And we should both dress up like different, like, you know how they have canon events and shit? I don't know if that's a giveaway.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, we should dress up as different Spider girls.
From the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of different Spider-Verse
Different,
ones.
like, Spider-Verse.
And you could do anything you want. You could just make up your own Spider.
Yeah.
person.
I
It could be
could.
anything.
There's so many that no one would know. Of course. Flair says Arkham Knight, R.I.P. Kevin Conroy, R.I.P. Kevin.
Yeah.
And Will
Yeah, he
says,
did. Yeah.
Lincoln, you look like George Reeves, Spider-Man, Superman, and
Well,
Spider-Gwen. That's it, Flair. Spider-Gwen. Miles Morales. Yeah, that's what I would be. Queen as Venom. Lexi as Carnage.
Lexi is Carnage.
Come on. I laugh evilly because I'm just evil, but
I think you've got a pretty solid like villain laugh going on there.
thank you. It's a little bit of a cackle, yeah.
It's contagious though, so it's good. It's contagious.
Yeah. What else? Any other questions?
Saturn did have a question that he messaged to me. What do you guys think about the whole like Superman curse from these actors that are playing Superman? Like when it started with like George Reeves, because didn't he shoot himself or something? And then just like the bad stuff that has been happening to a lot of the actors, like Christopher Reeves, paralyzed and
Right.
stuff. And I guess you could just say Dean Cain had to host like TV show like Fear Factor or something for a while, or whatever that show is.
Is that a curse?
I mean, if you look
Wait
at
a minute, I don't remember. I didn't know there was a curse, but that I get it now. Yeah.
right, like it seems like everybody that has played it, either something bad has happened to them, or they just can't get another job afterwards. That really get like we'll see. Henry Cavill's probably the only one that's, unless something bad happens to him, he's the only one that kind of broke out for that. I know.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll break that
Even
curse, but.
Even Tom Welling wasn't really doing good for a while there.
Right. I mean, he's still not in anything that's super popular. I mean, he's in like some shows, but I don't know if they're like, super popular. But
I think he was in Lucifer. He was.
yeah, he did good in Lucifer. That was
a
fun.
great show.
It was a good. Yeah, that was a good one.
He played Cain, right? Because he killed
Yeah.
Abel, and then he had to walk the earth and live forever. Whatever. That's kind of cool. I loved Lucifer. I like that kind of mythology stuff.
Enders, greetings and welcome. Please don't jinx Henry Cavill.
Whoops.
Don't
Watch
jinx him,
tomorrow.
man.
Watch tomorrow on Facebook or something. Be like, Henry Cavill paralyzed. What?
Oh man.
It's not my fault.
I mean, Henry Cavill's already landed that Mission Impossible movie that happened a couple years ago, so I feel like that's a good sign.
Yeah, and The Witcher. Well, now he's not in The Witcher anymore, right?
Oh yeah,
I think that's by choice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love The Witcher, but now that he's not gonna be in it, I'm not gonna watch the season.
You don't want to see the Hemsworth take over, man?
Okay, I lied. I may watch the first episode to see what it's like. I am curious. I am curious, but he's going to be hard to replace.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
I think the producer or the director said that Henry Cavill was annoying and she would hate it. She hated working with him because he knew too much about the universe, and she was trying to do her own thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's why he quit.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
because he
did
read
not know that.
he read all the books and played the games and stuff, and I actually read all the books during COVID, and yeah, they were starting to get away from that and and he wanted to keep it like the books. He didn't want to
Yeah.
and so he's like, I'm out or whatever. So
Wow.
And she kind of hated him anyway, so she was just
Yeah.
like, I don't like this guy. He's a know-it-all.
Didn't like the direction they were taking it. I've heard good things about The Witcher. Enders is giving +1 for anyone for loving The Witcher.
yeah,
Very
Henry
enjoyable.
might be the next Bond.
That'd be nice.
wait, yeah, I kept thinking that maybe he was in one of the Bond movies, but I don't think he was. He was in that, like you said, Mission Impossible, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Hey, okay, I just
Go
saw
ahead.
I just saw your quote there about yeah, I watched the documentary on that. I kind of kept up on the Allison Mack, yeah, because she well, she didn't start it, but she joined it and then became very high up in it. And then she started getting the girls to do some of this stuff. And so she was like an accomplice. So I don't know if they've had her trial yet, but the leader of that cult did go to prison for life. And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure she's probably going to go to prison too. Yeah.
No, I
Makes
think she
sense.
ended up getting sentenced for something like 15, 20 years.
Did
Something
she?
like that.
Okay, I guess I didn't do that. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's done so.
because I listened to Michael Rosenbaum has a podcast, and then he'll have like Tom Welling on and stuff sometimes, and they were talking about it, and people keep asking about it, and they didn't like to talk about it because they didn't really know much. And Michael Rosenbaum was like, because they asked, well, didn't she ever come up to you and do it? And he goes, I don't know, maybe one time she said, hey, you want to come and hang out this stuff? And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But that was it. But yeah, it was a crazy cult. If you get a chance to watch the documentary,
What did the cult do?
it ended up being more of like a sex cult. Like this guy that started saying that what he would do is he'd wear him out. Like they'd get him really tired and whatever, and then he was able to kind of start brainwashing them, and then he started sleeping with them and all this kind of stuff, and having them. Allison had the girls get a tattoo or some sort of, like, they branded these girls
they
like with the
branded them.
initials of the cult leader. Yeah, that's what it was. The Nexus or something like that.
Nexium.
Nexium is what it was. Yeah. And yeah, so she got brainwashed herself, but then she became like second in command and then started doing this kind of stuff too. But actually okay, on the Star Wars prequels, the person who played Luke's aunt, the actress that played Luke's aunt, and she was in like the new Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
That actress, I can't remember her name, but she was also in it, and she got out. She went in with her husband, and she actually left. The husband stayed in it, and she got the heck out of there. But yeah,
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
a lot of there was a lot of actresses and stuff that they would get, like they'd get women with like a lot of money and actresses and stuff like that to join because he would take all the money, and so
Oh
yeah.
Isn't Scientology a little bit like that too, though? I know I shouldn't get into touching into religion and shit, but
Yeah, Tom Cruise is the head of that. I don't know.
Yeah, if you can pay for it, you can get to level 9 pretty quick, I think.
You're right.
Yeah.
There's also the Jared Leto cult, which I don't know a ton about, but it just seems like the most innocent, and they just really worship Jared Leto to no end, as far as I know. But I haven't dug that deep into it.
just don't drink the Kool-Aid, okay? If they offer you Kool-Aid, just don't drink it, okay?
Never drink the Kool-Aid.
You never know, man. Rising Legend, greetings and welcome. Rising Legend, welcome in, welcome in. Default. Oh, proud to be boring. And
Ooh,
when can we
that's a
sign
good
up for
one.
your cult? I don't have a cult.
That's what I was reading.
Enders.
It starts now. It starts right now.
Aw, Suki.
Somebody wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hi, Suki. It's like I don't want to show my face, but I'm here.
You know,
quite
she's a
content.
little. Most of these like scratches I have on my arm come from her waking me up at 4 a.m.
Ooh.
Pickled Kool-Aid. Yes, that's right.
So
So,
there
guys,
was a question.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead, my bad.
please go ahead. No, I was just about to do that. Yeah.
So Sarah actually asked earlier, it was way earlier, in the chat, villain versus villain, who would you pick between Darkseid and Thanos?
Darkseid.
I agree.
He's just so overpowered. He would make Thanos look like a chew toy.
I agree. Darkseid doesn't need the Infinity Stones to be a planetary threat.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
even know
destroys
who
worlds on his
Darkseid
own.
is.
Darkseid's
He's the big
a bad
bad.
dude.
I know who
He's-
Thanos is.
I agree with you guys on that. Darkseid's just unbelievable. Scary dude.
If you watch the Justice League Snyder cut, he's in that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So to give you a bit more background, and Darkseid basically is Thanos. He has his own planet. He has his own just like worshippers that will go to the ends of whatever universe to conquer planets in his name. He's essentially just a war general. And his main protagonist is actually Superman. So they've got a historical thread of going back and forth and beating the snot out of each other, just for like Earth's safety or conquering.
Yeah.
Oh, Saturn, that's a cool emote.
That looks like Suki. Hey there, Suki.
You're famous, Suki. Yeah, I agree with you though on there, and the Darkseid is by far.
Well, eventually Darkseid kills the entire Justice League, and they have to reset the universe. So.
What about
They're
Doomsday,
like, oh,
though?
we lost so bad. Oh, Doomsday. Well, Doomsday, he was made into. Darkseid used his genealogy or his genetics to make an army, and basically, like, Darkseid controlled like millions of Doomsdays.
That's scary.
But they weren't as strong though, right? They were like, 'cause I remember that in the cartoons and stuff in the comics where, I mean, because Superman could just wipe them out with his like laser vision and stuff like that, so they weren't quite as like.
Yeah, Superman could still, but if there was a lot of them, they would weaken him significantly to the point where he wouldn't be able to fight Darkseid, and that's
Right.
exactly what happened.
Okay.
So, Sif, I don't know if you saw that last Justice League cartoon movie that happened before they reset everything again. But it was like Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Yeah.
And that very thing happens where Darkseid breeds a bunch of like Paradoom like hybrids to take on Earth's heroes and just slaughters them all.
Yeah, and it's graphic too. They show everything.
Yeah, it is rough.
I think what was it, Starfire? She runs in there and she gets ripped in half, and you're like, oh my god, they just showed that.
I was like, this is another thing that's not for kids, man. This is not a cartoon for kids.
Yeah.
Good lord.
And I like Starfire too. I think she's a good Teen Titan.
Yeah. I agree.
Safi Snap says, what happened to Black Adam joining the DC universe?
James Gunn.
James Gunn happened.
Yeah, that's kind of sad, right? Like now The Rock, does that. And I mean, I didn't mind the movie, but now they're just gonna probably not have him in there anymore either, because they had at the end
out of it, right?
I think so, because I know at the end of the movie, remember after the credits or whatever, what happened? I guess I don't want to say it, but that was supposed to be somebody else confirming that they were still going to be that character, and then nope, it fell through. So yeah,
I
it's
think
just
that
somewhat
meets
looking
the 3-month thing that we can talk about, kind of, because it's a huge
True.
story.
True.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Lincoln, you want to? Because I can spoil this one if you don't want to.
Yeah, you can spoil this one. You can spoil this one.
So, at the end of the Black Adam movie, you've got Black Adam talking to Amanda Waller, basically saying like, "Hey, like if you're not a problem for me, I won't be a problem for you." And she's like, "Well, I can still be a problem for you," and calls in Henry Cavill's Superman. And everyone's kind of hyped up for it because like, yeah, we're gonna get Superman versus Black Adam, and this is gonna be great. And Henry Cavill's still there, and then I think it's like 2 weeks later that all just implodes. and Henry's gone. The Rock is pissed off. Neither of them are aligned with James Gunn, and no one can get on the same page really. And there's a lot of talk of this all being The Rock's fault. Somewhere Zachary Levi's like complaining like, "Oh, I hate this. Like, no one talked to me about any of this." Like, it's a real big mess that happened after getting like everyone's hopes up with that like end credit scene.
Yeah, I forgot about that Zachary Levi too. Yeah, because they probably won't do any more Shazam movies then either. Like he's probably done too then.
He was like really upset that the movie didn't like that Shazam 2 didn't do as well as like they were hoping, but he's also just kind of the pissant in the corner, like just running his mouth, which is, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's not his fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you guys? Well, go ahead.
Sorry, just quickly, we have one more person joining the panel to make it 6. Gundam is just getting ready, and just to kind of let you guys know, I'll talk for another half an hour or so, and then I'll probably end up calling it a night in about 30 minutes. Just because I do turn into a pumpkin and have to work in the morning, so just a heads up, we have about half an hour left, but we have one more person joining the panel to make it a full panel. Go ahead, Uncle Jeff.
What did you guys think? Did you guys watch the James Gunn Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Yes.
And did you like it? 'Cause that's, I mean, really, that's an idea of what his movies probably be like. So, I mean,
right.
Yes and no on liking it.
interesting.
Reason being is that like a lot of it was original and unique, but a lot of it was also carbon copy from the first Suicide Squad movie.
Mm-hmm.
Namely Idris Elba's character in comparison to Will Smith's character. It's the same backstory, it's the same superhero, it's a couple of different abilities, but you can flip-flop them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a large part of both stories, unfortunately, too. So it's not like it's a background role.
I like the first Suicide Squad better than the second one. I don't know. I just like the Will Smith and the, they had the Joker and they had, they actually didn't they have Ben Affleck's Batman in there too at the beginning, and they had the Flash because they were catching these guys or whatever. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, the second one, I don't know. It didn't get me as much on that. I like the cartoons of the Suicide Squad. If you ever watching those like Batman in Arkham Asylum or something like that, and it's more of a Suicide Squad movie. I like those. But what about you, Sith?
I like the second movie. I think that showing Starro, that was really great because he is a really big villain. He in one of the comics, he takes over the Green Lantern planet. He becomes as big as the planet, takes over the planet, and he controls all the Green Lanterns.
Uh-oh. Do we have a Nightwing here?
We have a Nightwing here.
Yeah.
Greetings and welcome, Nightwing.
Hello, I made it.
Welcome. Woohoo! I love the ratio now. We have 3 people on the panel that are dressed up and 3 that are wearing, their regular civilian clothing.
They're dressed up from the bottom. They're dressed up from the bottom down.
Yeah, you never know. Welcome
they have
in,
the wear
I have this. I don't know if it counts.
Oh, that's actually good.
From the Flash TV show, right?
Yes.
Star Laboratories and.
Okay, so that's half there. That's a halfway.
I was trying not to disappoint you after you asked me the other day.
Now we got a pass because now it's like 3.5 out of 6 that are dressed up.
Yeah.
That you're halfway there. So
you guys are making me want to go upstairs and change.
Well, it's okay. We're almost done. We only have about half an hour left anyway, so but it's all good. No, it's nice. Welcome in, Gundam. Welcome in. you're on Pacific time, so you're 3 hours behind me at least. So, you know, it's still early for you, relatively speaking, I guess. And,
Yep, pretty much.
Right. So, thank you for joining me, and us. Thank you for joining us. Have you?
Thanks for
were
having
you
me.
listening? You're very welcome. Were you
On
listening?
an-
Do you have anything to input? To anything that you have overheard so far?
No, I've been typing in when I can because I was driving for like 55 minutes, but I was listening to the whole thing. Good discussions, really fun stuff you guys are talking about.
We're nerding out in here.
Yeah, honestly.
You're most
Who is your
knowledgeable.
favorite? Who's your favorite? What's your favorite? Marvel or DC?
Oh, okay, that question. I was afraid I was gonna have to answer that. I think I like both. You know, they're different, right? So I don't go and expect that DC is gonna be like Marvel. I think they take a very different stance, to be honest. Like the difference is really production value, right? So Marvel has a great production kind of you know, infrastructure, right? Because they got Disney, they can like get all this stuff going on. And I think DC was just cobbling it together. They got like Warner Brothers, they got CBS, and they never kind of cobbled together a good network of getting it through the whole thing. And I think that's where the difference is production value. But the characters themselves, they all have like unique ethos, you know?
I agree.
So I enjoy both.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that too, like when you're talking about can't get stuff together, that's one thing about the movie industry, and Anne probably knows a lot more about this, but a lot of these movies are made by like produced these executive producers and stuff that know nothing about comic books.
Mhm.
And they're just like, I don't know, I want to see a big spider over here fighting Superman. You know, like remember that whole thing? Which they did show
Yeah.
on the Flash of the Nicolas Cage Superman. That was like the whole thing in the
Yeah.
script. They're like, but we
Yeah.
need a big mechanical spider or a big spider, so they kind of threw that in there as like a joke. But I think a lot of that
That's
is the
fun.
executive producers, you know, coming in and saying, we want this, and then nope, we got to do it. So, and they just tear apart the stuff, and they
Yeah.
don't let, you know. Does that happen in acting, Anne, or in the movie TV industry?
Sorry, repeat the question.
Oh, I was just saying we were talking about how like DC, they can't really mesh their stuff together. Like the whole production company with WB and stuff can't
Right,
really
right.
get a good product like Marvel. And I said I think it's has a lot to do with these executive producers that don't know anything about the subject, but just say I want this, or like my kid says we need this or something, and they're making them like they change the storyline, or they make you know, add something crazy like a mechanical spider or something that doesn't
I
fit.
mean, the producers, if they really wanted to be successful, they probably won't do something like that. Be like, yeah, throw in a mechanical spider because hey, it looks cool. No, they'll probably
It did look
you know,
cool.
talk to the writers and see if the directors would, especially if they're not a well-seasoned producer and they don't know what they're doing. No, they probably just throw the money and say, hey, give it to the experts to go ahead. You know,
Right.
I believe in your vision. So, no, that's probably not what happens. But I think writing is very important, even probably more so than directing, because you know, if you don't have the bones of it all, if you don't have like just the content, how are you supposed to make anything out of that? So I think writing is probably one of the most important things. You need a good foundation. But yeah. Okay. Gundam. Other questions, just to bring you up to speed here. We're also nosy.
All right.
Okay, so, who is your favorite character out of Marvel or DC, villain or superhero?
I'm probably leaning more towards superhero, I think. But do you want to know a specific one?
Yeah.
I go through phases. I think when I was a kid, I liked Superman and then Captain America. And then for a phase, I was into Spider-Man. I think I'm in the Batman phase more. So like, it's when I actually go to the gym and like pump weight, I kind of channel in my mind what Bruce Wayne would need to do, you know, like because he's kind of like a mortal that like is doing all this stuff, and it's got to come from an internal strength. And so sometimes I'm lifting and I'm like, okay, what would Bruce Wayne need to do? Because he can't just approach this as a regular guy. He's got to go way above and beyond, right?
Right.
So I'd say that's kind of fun. I don't know.
Like, doesn't he know like every single martial arts? Like he's like a
Supposedly,
master.
right?
Yeah, of every. I'm like, how long did he? Like, how old is he?
Yeah.
That would take a long time.
Here's the part I wonder about, and I wonder if you guys know, because I'm not like as much of a comic nerd as most people. I kind of randomly consume things, and so in the, I don't know, the one with the Christian Bale, in the first movie, he was trained by Ra's al Ghul. Is that kind of like authentic, or is that something the movie's made up? Because Ra's al Ghul is like, you know, a very ancient guy, and so he probably consumed all the martial arts, all the knowledge through thousands of years, and then he kind of bestowed it upon Bruce Wayne. So in a way, Bruce Wayne kind of like got the best of the best, if that's the case, right? But I always wonder if that's like, you know, kind of canon when it comes to comic book.
I think to my knowledge, because I also don't have a history of like reading the actual comics. The earliest like knowledge that I have about that specifically is going through the Batman animated series, where Bruce Wayne is taught by the Grand Master of Martial Arts, and he learns a lot from him, but he's also taken some instruction from Ra's al Ghul as well. And they have kind of like a master-student relationship where there's a lot of contempt but respect at the same time.
Yeah, that's how Bruce Wayne, or that's how Batman got so comfortable with Talia al Ghul. And it's because that he trained with Ra's al Ghul.
Comfortable.
That
Yeah,
that word comfortable.
Real comfortable, Speedies.
Yeah, there's a little Damien problem that came out of that comfort.
Yep.
I saw that cartoon. I think you guys were mentioning the cartoon where Damien went kind of ape shit. I was watching it late at night on Max. It was kind of cool, but it was also a little disturbing. And I was like, how is this going to end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also got a question, like in terms of going back to like what happens when like superheroes have to face real life consequences. There's no way that no villain can kind of put together that little spiky haired Damien is not Robin, right? Like he's like 4'9", 90 pounds soaking wet. Nobody thought, oh hey, that billionaire's kid looks like the kid that just kicked my teeth in.
Just like this.
Like, I'm just...
like you can't tell now.
Exactly. I who are you? I thought Lincoln was here. You John? What is it? Ah.
Have you ever seen that? I think it was like a Saturday Night Live thing where they did that, where he just kept putting office glasses on. And it's like, oh, okay, it's Clark. Okay, good. Oh my gosh, you're Superman. And then he puts them back on and goes, oh, okay. And they're like, Lois was getting confused, like she couldn't tell who he was.
So I've actually done this in real life too, and it's borderline ridiculous how well it worked. I used to work at a bowling alley. Well, I used to work under a bowling alley. My roommate worked at the bowling alley above me. And I worked in a call center. I would go in with like a button-up shirt, sometimes a tie, and like some dark rim glasses. And I wore that for like the first 3 months that I worked there. And then I would go and like hang out with my roommate while he was finishing work. And I would change out of my t-shirt and my glasses. And one of the like people that stayed after me in the call center came up and they're like, oh, hey, how's it going? Wait a minute. You worked downstairs. I was like, you don't know me. And I was like astounded that it actually worked.
That's a good one. I supposedly heard an explanation somewhere. I don't think that's like the canon explanation. That Superman kind of have a hypnotic aura around him when he's in Clark Kent with the glass, and so it convinces people that, you know, to kind of not perceive him as the Man of Steel. And then he also alters his persona, right? He hunches, he acts more nerdy.
Yeah.
He sweeps his hair the other way, stuff like that. You know, so that it all goes with the act. But
yeah, in one comic book, I heard somebody they said that he could actually change his height.
Oh.
Or whatever too. You know, they were trying to be like, okay, this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's just a pair of glasses.
Yeah.
But so they're trying that. Or that he moved his face so fast too, or something that it
Yeah.
looked a little bit different than Clark or something.
Yeah.
you know.
Well, the Christopher Reeve Superman, I think, if I remember correctly, like when he's in Clark Kent, he wears clothes that are oversized and not like,
Mhm.
you know, he kind of looks like a goofball, right? And he kind of acts goofball, except for the part after, if you notice in Superman 2, after he's revealed to Lois, you see him as Clark Kent a little bit more, you know, chest out and
Yeah.
clothes that are fit better. I don't know if they did that on purpose or I just made stuff up, but I kind of remember that it's like, oh, you know, he's kind of goofy, and that's probably why people couldn't figure it out, because he's just a different persona. Where in Superman 2, after they, you know, like Lois, they went through this Fortress of Solitude and all that, and they came back. He's kind of like, yeah, what if Superman just wore regular clothes kind of look, you know?
Right. And then he turned the world backwards.
Oh yeah, that part, that was amazing. I was like,
Because that's science.
I was like, you got 10 minutes left to wrap it up, guys.
Somebody said that if that would have happened, because basically all the buildings on Earth would have collapsed because of the way that because basically we're spinning. So, like, if he stopped the Earth from spinning, at that moment everything would have just collapsed in the world, and stuff would have flew off into, you know, space.
That would be funny. Not funny. It would be kind of, yeah. I don't think that would fit the genre of time of movie making, because you got to be very hopeful and,
right,
you know, all that, right? That during those eras, it seems.
Safie says, I'd love some of the ideas explored in Doctor Strange. People on the panel, what do you feel about, what did you like about Doctor Strange?
Which
I-
one?
Movie aspect wise, I liked the ideas that happened in the first one where he just goes through all of their books and he learns all of their spells and the sanctum, and that's what he ends up using to save the world pretty much and save the universe there. He ends up using time travel in a different way to kind of force Dormammu's hand. So that was something specifically that I liked in that particular movie.
I like that movie. I thought it was funny. The him and the cadaver version of himself.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
That was just outrageous.
yeah.
I don't think I could stop laughing in the movie, and I think they might have kicked me out of it. I was like,
that was done
it's
by
so
the guy-
hilarious.
That was done by the guy that did Evil Dead, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That yes,
That did
that
Bruce
is
Campbell's makeup and all. Yeah, and you could tell too. And yeah, I like that. I like that Dead version as well.
And I liked the fact that you got to see what is that John Krasinski as Final Four. That was their first look of a Final Four or a Fantastic Four
Oh
character
yeah.
in
Yeah.
there. You know, that was
Wasn't
cool.
he a bit annoying? Because I kind of internally celebrated when he got himself, you know,
Like
you know what I'm
exploded
talking
or
about, right? I was like, yes. I mean, you know, he's a good guy, but then his character in that movie was a little annoying for some reason. So
Well, they were all kind of bad guys, weren't they?
oh,
Kind
that
of.
was right. They were kind of pricks.
Yeah.
They started out as like, okay, you know, but that's a cool review that that might be happening, right? The Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, he's awesome. But yeah, I was like, yeah, he got killed. I was satisfied with that. It was
Somebody-
amazing too, right? The way he got killed.
Yeah, like she just like basically didn't he like explode? They stretched him out so much or something that he just tore into pieces or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I saw somewhere on one of the memes or whatever where somebody said something, you know, the Captain America, where she's like, I can do this all day, and then like basically right after that she gets cut in half by her own.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
that's, that's a lie.
Can you do it all day?
yeah.
Tizzy, greetings and welcome, Tizzy. Welcome in. And hello, Brent. Welcome in, Brent and Mash Stars. If I knew a guy was from Krypton and could kill me with laser beams in his eyes, I'd pretend his glasses disguise worked too. Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
For sure. Will says, I mean, he didn't move the Earth backwards. It was him moving back in time. Oh, okay.
I don't know about that, Will. I guess I never thought about that. I thought he spun around, he was going around the world so fast that it made the Earth turn because of his momentum, but maybe I'm just like, that's like boom. So he was just
Maybe
he was
did
just
go
going
back.
around
That
the
makes more
earth,
sense. He went back in
Right.
time. Yeah.
and we just saw. But then wouldn't he be going back? Like, wouldn't he? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way.
They do, Tizzy. They do. Today they do, Tizzy. Boom. Boom, Lincoln. It's hit you. This epiphany.
I'm
An
silently
epiphany.
thinking about that one.
Yeah, right.
Life's mystery has been revealed how that happened. I think I was
Wow.
like 11 when I saw that. So
Me too, I think. Oh, I was probably 115.
Yes, yes. What else, guys? Another 7 minutes left to wrap it up. Anything? Any final remarks? Anything that we would like to leave the chat to resonate with the chat?
Mhm. Any of you all play the games, the DC games? You know, like I played barely, but I'm curious if are you all like fighter game fanatics or something? You know, like the ones where you can play as Superman or Batman and all that. I actually watched those on stream, but I actually never played the game.
So I've played both the Injustices, and
Oh yeah,
they
that's what it's
were-
called. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were a lot of fun, and they are, I want to say, at least storyline consistent with like what they do with Injustice 1 to Injustice 2, and it's a fun way to kind of learn what happens when Superman goes bad, and you have superheroes that agree with one side versus another, and it's
Mhm.
Batman versus Superman in this sense. And they ended up making an animated movie out of that and making it its own kind of like almost multi-universal experience as well. But that was a lot of fun. And actually, after this, I'm probably going to start replaying.
Oh, cool.
Gundam!
What happened?
I hacked into your credit card and
Lincoln, man of many talents.
I like how you use the question to kind of throw everybody off there, man.
what is that?
She do that.
I forgot that
Very
we can't
cool.
hear whatever song is playing over there.
Oh, you see me
Oh,
dancing
that's
like
right.
an absolute
I
buffoon.
think it's funnier, yeah.
Thank you so much, Gundam, for the 10. A song plays, so I have songs set up for 10, 20, 50, and 100. I recently did that. So Gertie Gurley is a Sweetie Bobidi, and she has played the debut for 10, 20, and 50 today.
Wow.
We have yet to have 100 play, but Gundam is the only one to for my birthday stream. That was before I set up the music and the alert and everything. I've recently done that since the birthday stream. So, but Gundam holds 101 shot. Never before been down on Streamies.
Yay.
Here's Gundam.
And it
Thank
was
you so much for
silent,
the 10.
no sound. You're welcome.
You just see me doing the Egyptian and the scuba diving and
I didn't know that's
For
what you
those
would
out-
do. I'd hit the button all the time.
I know. You didn't think
For
it'd
those
be
in
like
the chat,
that.
it's like
Stop
if you were
it.
on
Oh,
mute
stop it. I'm
watching
kidding.
the end.
You didn't think it'd be like that. Enders, good night, Enders. Thank you so much for joining me, Enders Starcraft. I will see you later, Enders. Very educational. That's good, Enders. That's good. I hope I could teach you guys a dance move or two. Flair liked it. Brendan, for Injustice 3, I hope that there's a decent part for Superman.
I
Isn't
wonder what they do with
Injustice a
Superman.
oh, go ahead. Isn't Injustice an actual comic book series too? I'm pretty sure it's got a huge like comic book series. So I don't know if it goes before the games or if the games are the beginning of the comic books, but it's been going on for quite a while now, hasn't it? I think.
As far as I know, my first experience with that whole storyline is the video games. But I've heard rumblings that there is like a comic book series somewhere in the ethos of it, whether it's during or it's like the comic book telling of it. But there does exist one. I just don't know where it starts and ends.
And it starts with Joker blowing up Metropolis and killing Lois Lane, right?
Yes.
So then Superman goes in and pulls out Joker's heart.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
like
there
the
goes
first
your
person
whole
he killed.
thing of Superman not killing anyone.
But that's why he went back, because that's the first
Yeah.
person he killed.
Yeah, the cinematics for those games are amazing, aren't they? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Cut
really
scenes.
make like an actual movie out of everything that happens, and it flows really well, in my opinion.
yeah, you can find them on YouTube and spend hours watching them. I know firsthand.
Yeah.
They put all of
Yep.
the cutscenes together, right? And
Yeah,
then you can just
yeah.
watch it in one shot, which is pretty cool. I need to do that with Diablo, Gundam, and
Oh,
Civ.
that would be
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
'Cause you
my
probably-
GPU wasn't capable of streaming at the same time as playing those cutscenes. Because when I played a little bit of the game Diablo 4 off stream, the cutscenes were working for me. But
Okay,
they didn't.
okay.
They were glitching out while I was streaming and playing Diablo at the same time. So
Yeah.
I think it's the
Interesting.
my graphics card, and so I'll have to go back maybe on YouTube and watch some of the cutscenes. It's kind of nice to have them all together in one shot too, and you can kind of have it flow,
Mhm.
seamlessly.
Yeah, the Diablo cutscenes are really good. I'm barely crawling through the game. I normally slam myself. We're changing topic, I know, but
I know.
I'm like really slowed down on it because I'm trying to manage, time and not be like thrown into a game. But the cutscene, I think most games the cutscenes are pre-rendered, right? So they're really pre-rendered with templated characters. In Diablo, I think the problem is that they do real-time rendering for the cutscene, so they put your character in the cutscene. So whatever your character looked like when you customize the hair, the earring, and all that, they actually render it in real time, and that's why it's like slow. I didn't realize it till you just said that. I was like, why is this sucker slowing? Because on Sunday I started streaming also. So while I was watching your stream, I actually set up OBS and I was streaming my Diablo play.
I gotta go follow Gundam now.
Yeah,
Let's follow
shout
Gundam,
out-
everybody.
shout out
Hey,
to
you don't know. I'm a
Gundam.
mediocre player. I figure I'm playing the game and
He's like Lisa,
Yeah.
mediocre at gaming. No, I'm joking.
yeah, I'm
Gundam.
totally mediocre.
But
I'm gonna
no,
be the
let's-
silent
let's-
mediocre.
Let's
gamer.
shout him out. Let's go give Gundam a follow, guys. It's free to follow. He
Oh
literally
no, I did not mean to. What do you
it's
call
a
it?
shameless plug,
What is that
Gundam.
called? Plug? Yes, I'm not
Shameless.
trying to
No,
plug
he did his first
myself.
stream yesterday, I believe you said.
Yeah.
That was his first stream.
Yes, while I was watching Anne's stream, I had her on one window and I had OBS and my thing there.
Oh, so
and
Sunday then. So on Sunday you
Mhm.
did.
Yeah, I was watching your stream while streaming. That's quite meta.
Ooh,
wasn't
that's
it?
some Inception. That's Twitch Inception right there.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Although I turned off the audio, so then your voice wouldn't go through on my stream. I don't know if there's a copyright or any of that infringement going on. I didn't want to mix with you cat lady with the whip and all.
No,
Send
yeah.
Then your team.
But let's try to get you affiliate, which is definitely possible. You just need 50 followers and stream for a certain amount of hours and 3 average viewers. If you get those average, you need 3 average viewers. So
All right. Well,
we'll get you there.
We'll
wow,
get you
thank
there.
you. I did not mean to self-plug. I was just doing it more like, I'm playing the game anyways, and I figured I'll just stream for people who are bored and just want to see a guy play horribly, as opposed to somebody who plays really well. Because that's
I
kinda
know
boring.
it's like you're not looking to do this for anything other than it's just a pastime. You're not
Yeah,
looking to
yeah.
become a
My
full-time
style of
streamer
play is
or
quite
anything.
casual.
Right.
Yep.
So, but yeah, no, let's chat. Let's all go give him a follow and show some support.
Actually, I'm gonna
Why
follow
not?
all you guys. I'm following all you guys that are on this panel. You
Oh,
guys
that's
did
a great
awesome.
idea.
You guys, I have to say, I have to give a special shout out to everybody on this panel. AOK, I've never, you're a fellow streamer as well. Mods, can we shout out AOK, please?
Oh.
And Uncle Jeff, I don't
I
think you are
appreciate
you?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
I'll still follow.
Yet is the keyword. And
That's a
Sith
good
is not a
answer.
streamer as well, right? Sith doesn't stream. And
I
Lincoln,
think I've already followed Sith.
we already all know Lincoln. But can we shout out the
What?
AOK? Thank you so much, Seth.
Look at that.
You want to?
Hey, we don't need to,
All right,
we
can
don't
we
need to shout out
please?
Lincoln.
Can we?
That's when you throw on the glasses again. I'm like, you don't know me.
I guess so. Can we shout out Lincoln,
He's
please,
total
Mod?
Schiller.
But AOK, it was a pleasure to meet you because you're a fellow streamer, and if you were to pop in followage in my stream right now, exclamation followage, I would dare to say you've probably been following me for at least a year, at least. And
Wow.
so it's finally nice though, AOK, to meet you face to face, to come on my stream.
Thank
Here
you
you
for
go.
inviting
1
me. It's
year,
been a
3
blast.
months. That's nice. No problem. AOK, and I've only been streaming for I think 19 months.
That's awesome.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah. So it's a pleasure to meet you, and you had a lot of knowledge. You were very insightful about the topic. And Uncle Jeff, it was lovely to see you too. I've seen you in my streams as well many a time. So I didn't for some reason, I think because it was your little what do you call it, the little like profile picture or whatever.
Oh,
I didn't think
yeah.
that you were. I didn't know though. You never know. You never
Yeah,
know.
that's the woman from Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh wow, that's cool. So can I say something? I think Uncle Jeff's got that Green Lantern vibe. Hal Jordan is that guy's name? Hal Jordan. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
How is it? Hal
There
Jordan?
you go. Yeah.
The guy
Yeah.
with the green. He's one of my favorites too, the Green Lantern. So I think you
Oh.
could pull it off, Uncle Jeff. You just gotta
I like
gotta get
that.
yourself a
Thanks.
ring.
Yeah. I'll wear a ring next time.
Get
There
one
you
of those
go.
ring pup that you can eat too. You know, like the green. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, those big babies.
Uh-huh.
You just smack it on the stream or something.
For the
This was
follow.
fun.
It was fun, guys. I have to thank each and every one of you. You all brought something to the table, and I'm just glad that I could facilitate. I also a special honorable mention to Brandon, because this panel would not happen without Brandon. It was only
Yeah.
because I went on his Instagram live stream. That was the topic was DC Marvel Universe movies and games and comics. And I thought this would be great to bring over to my platform because we would probably get more viewers and be seen a little bit more over here. And because I focus on Twitch, I don't really focus on any other platforms. And sadly, he did have some tech issues today. I did try though, Brandon, I promise. I tried 5-6 times. But hopefully we can get this going maybe another time. Maybe I have to get another costume. Maybe Catwoman has been played out. Maybe I need to be a superhero next time, not a villain. We'll see. Man. Just give me a reason, sweeties. Just give me
Supergirl.
a reason. Supergirl, yeah. Right.
You
So-
make a pretty good looking Supergirl, to be honest. So
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you
That's
would.
it.
Yep, she might do well.
Or
Or
Gwen,
Power Girl.
Spider Gwen.
Power
Girl
Girl
or
is
Yeah.
Supergirl?
Power
That is the
Girl is
question.
Power Girl.
Instagram follow accelerator. You know,
Uh-huh,
right.
uh-huh.
I'm telling. I won't explain what I'm saying, but
But anyways, thank you so much everyone for joining me today on the panel. It was lovely. You guys really brought a lot to the table. A lot of it was up here for me, but you made it easy to listen to, and I was able to kind of hop in, when I could, and it was great. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. You guys are all wonderful.
Well, thank
You did great, Anne. You did great.
you really did.
You did. I
Yeah.
mean, like you knew what you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Agreed.
So. But you guys are the real stars today, sweeties, okay? You are the real stars. So thank you, each and every one of you. So
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
thanks for
enjoyable.
having us.
Love this community, guys.
Anytime. Love it. Love this community anytime. You guys are welcome anytime. So you guys are all wonderful people, great people, brought a lot to the table. So please, you are honestly welcome anytime. If you ever want to pop in to Twitch guest star for some e-chats, please feel free. The water's fine here, sweetie. I don't bite. too much. So, meow.
She's a scratcher. Aren't you a scratcher, not a biter? Never mind.
I think I'm more of a scratcher with these nails.
All right.
Yes.
I heard. I was listening to that part, so I took notes.
Yeah, exactly. I mentioned that before. Anyways, guys, without further ado, thank you so much. I'm glad you guys had a lovely time, and I did as well. So it was win-win. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate the content, and I'm glad that I was able to facilitate a platform to you for you guys to kind of come on and say your point of view as well, which is nice. So thank you so much. Who's this guy down here? What
I know. Link disappeared. I don't know who this guy is.
Who is this guy?
Hanging it out like that. Like, what is that, man?
No, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. It's not him. No way. No way.
I'll do my hair this way.
You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get going now, but
okay.
I appreciate it. Take care. Enjoy your evening, and I will be back on Saturday. So a few more sleeps. I'll see you guys then. Okay.
All right. Bye.
All righty.
Take
Bye.
care,
Adios,
guys.
everybody.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Meow. Greetings and welcome. I'm back, Sweetie Bobies. Hold on, let me just pull up my dashboard. Guys, that was great. That was very insightful. Everyone were big comic book superhero nerds, Sweeties. Massive. But there, you finally heard some music on them. You heard it, sweetie. Stream Injustice. Gundam! Thank you so much. Hype. Thank you so much, Gundam, for the 20. What the heck, Roonies? What the heck, Gundam? Thank you so much, and everybody. Wow. Hey, it's the first of the month. You guys are awesome. Thank you for everybody, for all the hype trains that I got today, for these amazing people that I was able to bring on the panel. Very insightful guys, like, you guys could be professors. Okay? You have been edumacated about these subjects, in my opinions. Brandon, I didn't see your guest star after I had removed the app and reinstalled the Twitch app. It's been frustrating, I'm sorry. You know what, Brandon? It's okay. You know, don't worry about it. Don't, stress. I will try to have another one of these sometime soon, Brandon. It seemed to be a hit, to be perfectly honest. You know, I'll have to think of more content to kind of talk about. I'll have to consult everybody and see what's up. But, it's okay, Brandon. Things like that happen. Gundam! 50! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my Meow. Meow, sweeties. Living that Nightwing name. Exactly. Great star. Woohoo! Gundam, thank you so much. Gundam. He's playing all the music, sweeties. He's playing it all. We have a little... We've got a beautiful talk on a panel about DC Marvel. But then we also have a concert after. We've got a concert after, sweeties. What the hell? Oh my good golly! Miss Molly! What the? Twitch debut! We got 100! Woo. Willies! Gundam did it all! We never had 100! We haven't had 100 yet, sweeties, so there it is. In all its glory! Gundam! 100! Oh my god! He just did it! He just did it, sweeties. For Ann Streamies, 100 debut. That song has never been heard before. Gertie Girly! He got to it before you did, girl, but you, my friend, were the first for the 10, the 20, and the 50. Gertie Girly. Honorable mention there, sweeties. You guys are crazy. You blow me away. Cheers to you, sweetie Bobeaties. And Streamy certified. And Streamy verified, okay, sweeties? Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Wowzers! I'm gonna have to do another one. I think it was a success, chat. Was it? Tell me. Was it a success? Was this superhero panel a success? I think it was, actually. Perfect. Like, honestly. Wow, Gundam! VIP over here. Holy shit-a-roonies. Gundam. Thank you so much, Gundam. Cheers to you. Thank you for coming on the panel. You're doing too much over here. Cheers to you, Gundam. Thank you. Thank you so much. Gee willikers. Room too small for the whip. Tizzy, facts. This is like a 6-foot whip, I believe. I can't use it in here. I can't use it in here, Tizzy. Because it's, well, for example, like, look, wall to wall. This is a tiny room. There's no windows in this room, chat. There's no windows in this room. It's just it's an office. So even if I was to come back here, okay, and I was to use it, I would hit the keyboard. I would hit, I would hit everything on the desk. I guess I could kind of do it. Way back here. It is a big whip. It is a big whip. Can I handle this whip? I don't know. Happy to spread cheers to the community. Woohoo! Gundam! Guys, thank you so much. That was crazy. You guys blow me away. Catwoman approved here. Swedish. Catwoman approved. Meow. Can I have another Rex? Another what, Rex? Greetings and welcome. Indiana Jones! Gertie girl, you punny girl, you. You are punny. Indiana Jones. That's it. In the Temple of Doom. In the stream room of Doom. Indiana Jones. Swedish. This would actually hurt. Oh, Saturn tour. Oh, was it? It was. Oh shit! I thought it was Gertie Girly. You're right. Saturn. Saturn said it. Indiana Jones. He clipped it. Oh, Lincoln. He clipped Brandon, have a good night, Brandon. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry that you were having tech issues. You weren't able to get on. That really sucks because, you know, I didn't even fathom that you would have tech issues of all people because you have been on my stream before. So because you've been on my stream before, Brandon, I never even thought that you would have new tech issues. I was maybe considering, you know, some people that had never been on the stream before. They might have issues. But I never thought you would, Brandon. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll have a redo. And we will make it better than this one, Brandon. I promise you, okay? Don't worry, you will have your platform. You will have your time to talk. I know you're extremely knowledgeable and passionate about the subjects. So I will try to give you an opportunity to kind of talk, Brandon. Anyway. He caught it. What did he do? What did he clip? What did he clip? I want to see. Can I play it? It works. A concert after Schwede's. Oh yeah. What the hell? Oh my good golly! Miss Molly! That's such a loser. Twitch debut. We got 100. Raihan, greetings and welcome, Raihan. Welcome in, welcome in. Gee, freaking Willies! Gundam did it all! We never had 100! We haven't had 100 yet. Sweeties, well, there it is. In all its glory! A concert after Schwede's. That's funny, that makes me laugh. Gundam, that makes me laugh. Thank you so much, Gundam. Oh my god. Anyways, Raihan has been following me for a year and 7 months? Raihan, really? Holy Shreedy, thank you so much for following me for so long. I had no idea. Okay, what are my specs? Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know what my specs are. I have an old NVIDIA graphics card. It's like a 10 something. It's a 10 something NVIDIA. I don't even know what it is. It's old. I need a new one. Anyways, loved all you guys on the panel. Uncle Jeff, thank you so much for joining me, Uncle Jeff. You were wonderful. You were lovely, Uncle Jeff. Sith is leaving. Okay, good night, Sith. Thank you so much for joining me. Good night, all. It's pumpkin time. It is! It's pumpkin time, Shreedies. It is pumpkin time for me as well, Sith. Hold on, Shreedies. Bye, Sith. Thank you so much for joining me, and you were excellent on the panel. Thank you so much, Sith, for joining me. It was fun. Good night. It was the second time. We got two. You can take your pick. Take your pick, Shreedies, of whichever pumpkin time you like. That was awesome, though. Thank you so much. You guys are fucking fan-fucking-tastic. You guys blew me away. Holy shit. I enjoyed the conversations today, for sure. I wish I knew a little bit more. I'm gonna have to do a little homework, maybe. Brush up a little bit. Learn a little bit about the topics. Does that mean we get Catwoman Pumpkin? I guess it kind of is a Catwoman Pumpkin A-OK. It is. So, right? I did well. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. It was, honestly, it was a little bit daunting coming on a panel with such well-versed experts, which you guys really are. You guys really know your stuff. Oh, cool. Yeah, so, first time chatter. Thanks for the gift sub. Ah, Sunset Cove! Greetings and welcome in, first time chatter. Welcome in, the water is fine here. Shreedies, I don't bite. Superhero 101 classes. I'll have to sign up. I'll have to do summer school for Superhero 101 classes, sweeties. May you be richly blessed. For the gifted. First time chatter. And thank you so much for the follow. You guys are lovely. Welcome on in, sweeties. The water's fine. Everyone's coming on in. You're welcome for the gifted. You're welcome. You guys missed a pretty cool talk. I had a big panel of guests talking about superheroes, Marvel and DC today. But I sadly will probably have to end stream soon. I've been live for a little over 4 hours. And alas, I do have to go to work tomorrow. You know, this villain has to put the clothes away and dress up in regular office attire. Sadly. But I will be back. My next stream, if we can pin it, sweeties. My next stream will be on Saturday. Hopefully it'll be Saturday. It'll be Saturday or Sunday, but I'm rooting for Saturday. Saturday, when is that? August. Oh, and it's a long weekend here. We get Monday off. So I may do it Saturday or may do it Sunday. I'll keep you posted. As of right now, I'll do Sunday. That's right, Becca. Thank you. August 5th. Otherwise, I'll let you know the day of in Discord and Instagram. But at 6 p.m. I may very well do that on Sunday instead. Since Monday is a holiday here, it's a civic holiday. But right now, tentatively speaking, we'll just say Saturday, August 5th at 6 p.m. There we go, pinning. Thank you, Becca. Becca's quick with it. Becca's speedy with that one. Thank you, Becca. Thank you for pinning. Wow, guys, it was a great stream in my opinion. I think I brought on some I brought on guests that really were passionate about the subject, and that helped a lot, I think, in my opinion. So, yeah, I think that was really good. That worked out, and the hype trains, and you guys are all so fucking wonderful. I love this community. I'm gonna say it. I've been drinking. I love this community. I think we have something really special here that a lot of channels on Twitch do not have. They don't have something so wholesome and so nice. And I spoke about this earlier with someone as well, and I stand by that. You know, you normally don't see something so nice and wholesome here on Twitch, and it's rare to find. So I think we have a good thing going on, and I'm gonna try to go for partner, guys. Hopefully by the end of this year, with December, my advent calendar unboxing streams, with my daily streams during the month of December. Hopefully I'm able to achieve that goal. I know right now it's low season, so it's hard, but that's what I'm gonna try to work for. It really is an amazing community, and this community is amazing and fun. Mr. Frank Original, greetings! Ah, Saturn! Thank you, Saturn! We're playing all the music today. We got all the songs today, sweeties. We got all the songs, sweeties. Ain't no thing but a little chicken wing. Oh my gosh. You guys, thank you, Saturn, for the 10. What the heck-a-roonies? What the heck? Ain't no thing like a little chicken wing, okay? Yukiko, good morning, Yukiko. Good morning, Yuki. Welcome in. You caught me just at the end of my stream. I know it's morning for you. You're all the way in Europe. So welcome in, Yuki. Welcome in, you guys. You guys are honestly too fucking nice to me. You're too nice. It's amazing. I am not worthy. I am not worthy. You guys are ridiculous. Thank you so much. I have to ask, what did you think I looked like? Uncle Jeff, you know what? I think I confused you with Uncle Lala. So I have an Uncle Lala in the stream, and who is Asian. I thought you were gonna be Asian, to be honest. Yuki, thank you for the sound alert. But I think I was just confusing you with Uncle Lala, who's a local guy from Toronto. So that's why I thought, for some reason, but I think I just confused you, Uncle Jeff, and Uncle Lala. Two uncles. I just confused two uncles is what it was. But I was pleasantly surprised. You know, there was nothing, you know, it wasn't bad. Just not what I expected. Not what I thought I was gonna see. So, let's have a stream of the uncles. We should have a stream of the uncles. I think that would be a great idea. We very well could have Gundam. We could have Uncle Jeff, Uncle Lala. I have Tito J Draws, and Tito is uncle, is how you say uncle in Filipino. That's another uncle. I have quite a few uncles actually. I'm an uncle to my sister's dogs. We could have Saturn on there. He's a fur uncle. We could do that. Uncle Saturn, there we go. We could have lots of uncles. Anyone else? Anyone else? We could have an uncle stream. Anyone down? Uncle Fester, Uncle Jesse. Oh, from Full House and from Addams Family. Yes, yes. Absolutely. You guys are cool. Thank you so much. So, grilled gift. I'm Uncle Deadly. Ah, there we go. Uncle Chat Royale. Uncle Chat Royale. Guys, anyone want me to... Anyone have anyone they would like to me to raid? Any suggestions today? What are you guys thinking? Any suggestions for the raid? Who is this? Neuromancer. Instead of Necromancer, we got Neuromancer. Greetings and welcome. Oh, we have like an unboxing stream. I love unboxing streams. You know what? I might just do this girl. She's doing an unboxing stream right now. I think that's so cool. Okay, we're gonna do it, I think. Let's do it. Yeah, I think we'll do this unboxing stream just because, you know, I am partial to the old unboxing streams. So, thank you, ma'am. Cheers. Century Cowboy. You are very welcome. Space Bunny might be cool. What's she playing right now? I think I'm going to just raid this one girl that is actually just doing an unboxing. I love unboxing streams. She was just opening up a cardboard box, pulling shit out of it. It's so fun and exciting to me. Guys, thank you so much for this epic DC Marvel comic video game movie universe stream. It was fun to dress up. Maybe I'll do it again sometime. I thought it was a hit. It was a success, sweeties. So maybe I'll find another costume and end up doing it. But I had a great time. Everyone was amazing on the panel. Special shout out to everyone who, you know, gifted subs or bits. People who shout out to people who stayed here until the bitter end. You are not forgotten. I'm noticing, and shout out to my amazing community. Good night, Lincoln. Good night, Grilled Gift. Good night, AOK. Good night, Neuromancer. Good night, Gundam. Good night, Century Cowboy. Good night, Saturn. Good night, Becca. Good night, Will. Sith already left for the night. Good night, Yuki. Good night, Flair. Good night to everybody. I'll be back on Saturday. Good night, AOK. See you guys on Saturday. It was amazing. Thank you so much. You guys mean the world to me. Good night.